Many of you are very talented, but if you really want to wow me today, you're going to have to show something extra. Little thing I've coined heart.
I think his mom, drank when she was pregnant or something.
Attaboy, JD. Hustle, hustle.
I believe in you, JD. Don't listen to those motherfuckers.
I know your heart's on the football field, but I need your head in history class, Mr. Vance.
Yes, Vance, yes.
That stupid freak will never make the team. He's a loser.
Fuck you, Gavin. You and your dad are both gay.
Damn it, Vance, I wish I had 100 of you. If only you could get those godforsaken test scores up.
If you ask a hot chick to prom, I'll give you a C because history smiles upon the bold.
Asking me for my permission to ask my daughter to prom is a really classy move.
Vance past history. Now let's go beat the shit out of the Soros High Goblins.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome into CobraCast 199. I'm your host, Jeremy Prime, Mage IDOT of Unit 199. Happy to see all of you here on a Wednesday. Man, did a lot of streaming yesterday, and here we are back at it. And the internet continues to devolve into whatever the internet is going to become. There's some crazy stuff going on right now. And I think it's a very interesting time for the internet. And it's entertaining. It's definitely entertaining. There's no doubt about that. But yeah, it's been something. This comment right here was awesome. Mr. Bentham says, I'm going to Beardo's stream on Friday just to tell him I'm heading to Jeremy's stream. This is the next evolution of this right here, okay? Because, so what needs to happen is you need to say, I'm going to go to Beardo's stream, and I'm going to tell him that I'm going to go to someone else's stream, and I'm going to tell someone else that I'm going to Jeremy's stream. That's how this, I love this. This is the next level of trolling right here. So pretty fantastic indeed. Thank you, Mar Millen, for the 20. So stream chat Griftax. Almost got it. Hail to 199 and King Beggar. And you said, damn, I need to Rumble rant more over on Rumble. Yes, I saw where you said that, and I agree. I agree. Of course I do. Thank you, Mar Millen. Hail to you. Alex Aerocave says, get to topic streamer meta PC code 199. Let's freaking go. John Jones says, proud member of the Vance Guard Unit 199. Let's freaking go. Little Jim Taylor says, we need more Odyssey talk, streamer. I wasn't planning at all on talking about the Odyssey. I was not. I mean, there's really nothing to update anyone on, except for the fact that it is now the #1 rated R movie in box office history, surpassing Deadpool and Wolverine. I know it was going to flop. I know it was going to underperform. I know no one has seen it, but it is now the #1 rated R box office movie of all time. Let's freaking go. And it's got a long way to go, baby. It's got a long way to go. And since you're looking for Odyssey updates, I have another Odyssey update for you, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
Yo, yo, yo. Y'all about to hear the story of Odysseus, a straight G for real. G stands for Greek. All right, homies, the war is finally over. Now all we got to do is board our ship over there and sail back to our wives and families.
Hey, players, want to come on our cruise? We have all-you-can-eat shrimp and bottomless Hennessy.
No, we ain't trying to hear nothing of that. Let her cook, dog.
Ever put pineapple in Kool-Aid before? Makes me want to try all kinds of other crazy things.
Yo, what flavor Kool-Aid?
Purple and red. Scissor, too. Get up here and let's dance.
Hold up. Y'all really gonna leave your chillin' and day baby mamas for some blonde girls and purple drink? I'm Telemarcus, son of a...
Telemarcus, son of Odysseus.
I'm Telemarcus, son of Odysseus. And I'm telling y'all my daddy coming back home. Yo daddy ain't coming home. He gone, Lil G. He is too coming home. No, he ain't. No, he really gone, cuz. Sorry, Lil.
I got a headache already.
Yeah.
What? Just
Pop's
laughing.
gone for good, dog.
Then, Ma, can you at least marry one of these dudes so I can have a father figure in my life?
No, I ain't trying to get married again, but I ain't gonna stop them all putting a baby in me.
Why not?
2 words, baby. Child support and government welfare. These nails expensive.
I ain't care what you say, mermaid temptresses. I ain't leaving this ship.
You sure? Because all the men we've been talking to be in jail right now. And we need someone to judge our twerking contest.
Ha! You ain't even got butt, so how y'all gonna twerk?
Not us, silly. Some super fine sisters and a bunch of big booty white women and Latinas. For real, boo? Why is you not coming off that boat?
I tied myself up, shawty. I can't leave the ship. I can't move at all.
Wait, you tied up? Never mind, we coming to you. You finna get robbed.
Figures. Them gold-digging hoes.
Welcome to the island of Circe. But beware, for my sorceress powers can turn men into beasts. Why are you stopping? What did I say?
AI is going to be the death of us all. It is so crazy how, I mean, obviously you could still tell from, but like the evolution of it is terrifying.
I know what's gonna happen. You gonna say you turning my crew into animals, but they gonna stay regular black dudes, which is an implication that's a little too racist even for this video. And then you gonna make a sexist comment about how all men are pigs instead of leaving it a visual metaphor. And then you gonna say something zoological like, don't chimp out. Nah, you fine, boo, but we out. Heleniqua, where you at? I know you.
Heleniqua of Troy. Let's freaking go.
Heleniqua, where you at? I know you here, girl. Ma'am, you seen Heleniqua?
Odysseus? Stop playing, boo. You know it's me.
Heleniqua? No, shawty, what happened? You was fine.
What you talking about, baby? I is still fine as hell.
Real talk. If I tried to sail around you, it'd be a 10-year voyage. Why we use that Trojan horse when we could have all just fit inside you?
Boy, you best watch your mouth.
You was the face that launched 1,000 ships. Now you the face that munched 1,000 chips.
Guards, shoot this nigga.
Christopher Nolan. Word to your mother. Christopher Nolan. I saw this on Twitter right here. So they're doing a lot of this AI stuff, and there's contests and everything like that. Fantastic work right there. Absolutely awesome. So that was good. If you're looking, I'm sure we can link to it. Mods, you can go find that if you want to link to that, if anybody wants to share that. Fantastic work right there. Marmillion for 50. This is for Eric K. He requested that I send you a $50 and demand a full breakdown of the box office for The Odyssey. Here's the thing, man. I really wasn't prepared to do any of that right now. People get really mad at me when I talk about The Odyssey. They get really aggravated, and I don't want to upset anyone. I am not in the business of making people in the chat upset. I don't want people mad at me. I don't want them calling me a Nolan shill or I'm a fan of Hollywood slop. It really, it bothers me when people get mad. So I'm not prepared to talk about the fact that even in Greece, the film is a major cultural event. Even in Greece, ladies and gentlemen, I was told the people in Greece hate this. I was told the people in Greece are so horrified by this. But I have this little thing called facts. Oh, what is that? We're not even talking about dollars. Let's talk about actual tickets sold in Greece. In Greece, it is at 828,000 tickets sold. The Odyssey is currently the highest attended film at the Greek box office in approximately 10 years. And if it gets to 1 million, it wouldn't merely extend that record. It would beat the previous decade benchmark by 50%, putting it considerable daylight between itself and every other Greek theatrical phenomenon of that period. The more interesting question is how far back in time you have to go to find the last film that sold 828,000 tickets in Greece. Wow. Man, I was told that Greek people hate it. I was told that they were offended by it, by people that don't know any Greek actors. That's amazing. I was also told it was going to flop. But here we are, number one rated or highest grossing box office movie ever that's rated R. Take the L, people, and move on. Okay, I'll move on now. Sarcasm's over. Marmillion, you got what you paid for right there, okay? So yeah, the people in Greece were so offended. Oh my God. Anyway, all right, moving on. Sarcasm's over now, guys. We've probably ran off the people that don't want to hear it now. I think at this point, every CobraCast, I'm going to just start out with Odyssey talk to upset the people that can't stand when I talk about it. So we'll just phase them out. And then once I've phased them out and pissed them off, then we will continue. I think that's what we're going to do. Because damn, I'm loving it. AJ says, Fig, what was the gay noise you made on your first stream yesterday at 1:23:14? I don't know specifically what it was, but I'm guessing it had something to do with my love for Christopher Nolan, if I was to guess. But I don't know specifically, but if I'm guessing an educated guess, probably something to do with my love for Christopher Nolan. That's what I would say. Packy Proton says, was that Terry McGinnis voicing the Trump laugh from the video game clip you played yesterday? Sounded like Batman Beyond. I can't remember yesterday, so I apologize. I don't remember specifically. Zinni Biscuit says, who told Trump I was going to get my hair cut to look like Farrah Fawcett on Friday? He stole my idea. By the way, I have to share some news with all of you. We're getting there, okay? We're getting there. So yesterday, in the United States of America, Geeks and Gamers, Nerdrotic, and D-Day Cobra all had better days than Candace Owens and Dean Withers. Okay? That is a good day right there. All right? So you got the Fellowship and the 199 all having better days than Candace and Dean Withers. That's a win in my book right there. So there you have it. Gary's birthday stream. That's right. Gary's birthday stream. So there you have it right there. Jimmy Ray Jimmy Ray is much like a lot of the Odyssey haters. He thinks emotionally and he doesn't listen to what I say. So Jimmy Ray, I'm going to read it slowly for you. Buddy. In the last decade, The Odyssey is currently the highest attended film at the Greek box office in approximately the last 10 years. Titanic came out, I don't know, how long ago? 30 years ago? Titanic is the number one film in Greek box office history at 1.9 million sold. I think second is 300. And if the Odyssey gets to 1 million, it'll be in the top 5 all time. But this particular was in the last decade. Okay. Yeah, Titanic was 97. So, but thank you, Jimmy Ray. I appreciate it. But you are correct, but you're also incorrect in challenging something I didn't say. Packy Protons for 50 says, when Pro goes live, you need to call him and tell him I paid you $50 to eat 10 large McDonald's fries. He's heating haggis tonight. Okay, hold on just a minute. Am I calling him to tell him that you did this, or am I actually having to do it? That's the question. Let's see. My point still stands. Titanic sold the most, meaning Greeks have just bad taste in movies as you. Well, I mean, Titanic was the biggest release in the world everywhere. But this kind of goes back to my point about people in the Odyssey is when Supergirl fails, when the Marvels fails, when Snow White fails, it's because people are standing up against the bullshit and they're tired of it. And people are finally realizing it. And then when the Odyssey succeeds, it's like, well, people are stupid. And it's like, you can't have it both ways. But Packy Protons, do I have to eat McDonald's fries now? I'm not upset about that. But I'm not prepared either. So I'm an old man now. I'm not a young man anymore. So back in the day when I was working retail and all of that, I've told this story before, but I could eat a double cheeseburger meal, large fry, large soda, and 10 chicken nuggets, and then a half a gallon of chocolate milk, and I'm going on my way. I'm good. I cannot do that today. I can no longer do the chocolate milk aspect of it. It will crush me if I do that. So I need to know, Packing Protons, you probably already responded. Both. He gets to eat haggis and you get to eat 10 large McDonald's fries. He goes live in 50. You know what? Deal. Deal. Can I eat them tomorrow on stream? Can I do that, Packing Protons? I just need an approval from you on that. You worked retail, never knew. Yeah, I try to keep that under wraps. River Miles for $100. Thank you, Packing Protons. I see what you said. Sydney Sweeney has great genes. Candace Owens are sub-Saharan. What did I say? Saharan? Did I say that right? Saharan. I don't want to think about Candace Owens' genes at all, but I do want to think about
and some new Do What Makes You Naked pieces. This is just a romper. I got a mic on me. And then this is a little like ballet wrap. And then I've got a scoop neck underneath.
Yeah, so Saharan. I said it all wrong. Thank you, River Miles. And even though you didn't pay the proper $1.99, I feel like my mistake justified it. Also, I'm going to need some help. And I think you're the people, like I played this on Main Event. I played this on yesterday's CobraCast. I think we have a different crowd here now. So I'm going to need some assistance from all of you to help me. And this is because of River Miles. Can you guys help me locate Joe Flacco, NFL quarterback? Rumor is he's in this video. That's the rumor.
Yeah,
I still don't see him. Maybe he's on one of the boats. I'm not sure. But thank you, River Miles. We appreciate that. Butterface, bro, you need to stop. You need to stop. Because I haven't seen her face yet. I don't even know what her face looks like. I'm not sure. I have no idea what her face looks like. Joe Flacco knows how to turn around. Oh, man. Hail River Miles. Was that CM Punk? No, that was Joe Flacco. Apparently, reportedly, but I haven't seen him yet, so I can't tell you if he was in there or not. Okay, I've BS'd with you long enough. We've trolled with the Odyssey, all of that. Okay, so BMCCB says, Jared, are you considering population inflation over the last 10 years? Are you sure those are Greeks in Greece? Inflation bros, rise up. What page was that Odyssey parody from? Thank you, BMCCB. You're the reason that we did an extra CobraCast last night. The Odyssey parody was right here. Huff for Congress. Right there. So there you go. That's the one that has the Odyssey parody right there. I'm sure mods can drop a link to it if they don't mind. And but we do have stuff to talk about because, as I said, the internet is becoming a very, very crazy place. And it's weird because something is happening. Listen, you guys know I have roasted Tim Pool many a times, okay? Many a times. Tim Pool is catching hell right now from everybody. And even though I've roasted Tim in the past, he's the single reason that this show existed because I did it to troll him. I think that what's happening to Tim is very unfair right now. And I also think it's funny. So I'm not here to say leave Tim alone, but I have to call it like I see it. And Robert Barnes is going after Tim. Alex Jones is going after him. A lot of different people are going after the guy. Alex is in full on like war mode right now. And right here, Alex Jones challenges Tim Pool to a live debate, okay? But it's not only that. I mean, and we're going to watch this, but like Alex has gone full WWE Alex Jones at this point. It's kind of insane. Now, I do think Tim definitely stepped in it. He shouldn't have went after Alex to begin with, which he didn't like go after him as much as he did make a comment, but he should have known this is Alex Jones. So like, here's Alex responding to Tim right here. Okay, this is...
I challenge you, Tim, to trial by combat. You will wear the blue and white and the Star of David. I will wear the red, white, and blue. I'm calling out Netanyahu's champion. I'm demanding trial by combat publicly. If you fail, Israel must withdraw from trying to take over the U.S. government to get out of the NDAA and stop the war. If you win, we launch nuclear weapons and destroy the entire planet to bring back the Messiah. Tim Pool, the ball is in your court.
I don't even know what the hell's going on anymore.
So, everybody's asking, it's a huge story. I didn't intend it to be this big. What's the beef between me and Tim Pool? X came out over the weekend, did a major update, and it basically killed all the live streams, entertainment shows, media shows, conservative liberal shows. Everybody was saying, oh my God, this is devastating. We figured it was a glitch. We would show the live feed when you posted it. And I said, this is probably just a glitch. Please fix it. And they fix it by Monday. Well, by Monday evening, Tim Pool comes out and says, that's because you criticized Trump and basically the war, so you're not popular now.
And that's where Tim messed up, okay? To be fair, it's a little self-inflicted because he decided to target Alex and say, this is your views are down because Trump, you turned on Trump. Unnecessary Tactical error. This is something I have talked about a lot. Tactical error. Don't go after Alex as someone that's friends with him or knows him or whatever. Not a good decision.
And the fact that that was a mirror of all these known Israeli bots and people associated with Israeli propaganda, which is on record, 1.3 billion this year alone, financed by the Knesset to brainwash the American people. I mean, this is treason. And the primary members of Congress and to pass the NDAA for Israel to take over.
Yeah, Tim is, I agree that Tim is right, but I'm just saying it's an unforced error because now he's being pulled in. Now, there is a theory out there that Tim and Alex are doing this WWE style, that they're doing this to drum up attention.
And when I saw him post on a video I did where I explained, okay, turns out there was just a glitch like we thought, really let me know he's following Israeli talking points, and it pissed me off. Okay. And so that's where we are right now. So he's doubled down like, I'm a victim. I don't know why Alex is being mean to me. I did nothing. He doesn't mention what he did. He doesn't mention how he said I was basically politically dead and dancing on my political grave, which he knew was a lie. That's a chicken shit cheap shot. And I wasn't mad because there's a
didn't they say that about him and Owens? Well, I had said that about him and Owens, Owen Schroyer. I was wrong. I absolutely was wrong about that one. I thought that that's what they were doing, but it's clear that that was not the goal behind him and Owen Schroyer's fallout.
Attack on me, even though I've been friends with him. It's a betrayal. I was mad because you could see him following the Israeli bots and propaganda, whether he took the money or not. And then I pointed out last night that he met secretly Netanyahu. It came out in the Israeli news months after last year. He admitted, okay, I met with him secret, but the details are secret Chatham House rules. He spun that and others did. Yeah, I announced I met with him. It was public. The bot said, oh, it was a public podcast. It was cameras, TV there. None of that's true. So then I saw all that disinformation. Then he came out and said, I'm victimizing him. He did nothing to me. And this is out of a clear blue sky. And now he's saying that I'm reporting from a circle of hell, meaning Dante's Inferno. Is it the ninth circle that's all frozen, or which one is it? Saying that if I go against him and Netanyahu, I'm a demon. I'm the devil. I'm demonically inspired to do this, when all I did was report, hey, X has got probably a major glitch. We need to get this fixed. It's killing all the live streams. And then all the vitriolic Israeli bots within minutes, I mean, 75% of the comments on that first video, 79, you're done. It's over. The war's super popular. Everybody loves it. You're going down. We're going to destroy Iran, which is the opposite of reality. The war's super unpopular. Trump's about to lose the midterms. Everything.
Well, the reason I would think it's probably not legit is, I mean, Alex actually starts going after Tim about the Russia stuff. And I don't think Tim wants the Russia stuff thrown in his face. I don't believe Tim took money from Russia at all, but that was obviously a big problem for him optically. And he's continued to have to deal with that, you know? So I don't think I don't think that it is.
It's falling apart. We wish that wasn't the case. So this is bad, folks. This is really, really bad. You know, he says you never taken money from a foreign government. Response. I said from the subsidiaries, from the corporations they fund. Like you took money from the Russians a few years ago through a subsidiary. And when that happened, I was like, well, Tim, you know, was through a subsidiary. I didn't really talk about it. I said, he's probably no big deal. But you said this morning, Alex Jones obviously got the call. The call means, like usually Israel calling you, he means the call from somebody. Hey, Tim, what money did I get from foreign government? I've never taken money from big corporations, Democrat Party, Republicans, any foreign government. Back on YouTube, I had it wide open the year I got banned, where I would take advertising. Just it was up to them. I did get like $20,000 from the Air Force, like $5,000 for the Marines. Became a national scandal. And they pulled the funding. Why are you funding this guy? It was because we had top ratings for top show. So that was a recruitment drive. So yeah, I've had taken money from Uncle Sam, but with no strings.
Okay, so Alex is kind of rambling. Now, Tim says 300,000, Alex. I hear that's the going rate. Again, is that a sarcastic remark or not? We don't know. But then that leads to the clip that I showed you earlier right here, where Alex responds with this one.
I challenge you, Tim, to trial by combat. You will wear the blue and white and the Star of David. I will wear the red, white, and blue. I'm calling out Netanyahu's champion. I'm demanding trial by combat publicly. If you fail, Israel must withdraw from trying to take over the U.S. government and get out of the NDAA and stop the war. If you win, we launch nuclear weapons and destroy the entire planet to bring back the Messiah. Tim Pool, the ball is in your court. Tim Pool today to a bare knuckles boxing match for charity, really tongue in cheek, because he said he'll debate me, but for $300,000, because I guess it's all about the money. I want to know, did he ever take money from the Israelis or any subsidiary? He said last night he's never taken money from the Israelis. I said from any subsidiary, because Poole admits he took money from the Russians through one of their subsidiaries. And back when it happened, I could see how that could happen, and he didn't know. But now because he said, I got the call implying I'm being paid, I want to know by who. So because Tim is obviously all about the money, and he's like 40 years old, I'm 52, you're 12 years younger than me, you're in better shape than me. I've seen you. You're like 6'7", probably weigh like 290 pounds. People don't really get.
This isn't serious. I haven't heard that. There's no way this is serious.
Get it on camera how big Tim is. I mean, he's very scary looking. So I'm an easy pushover. Okay? I'm an old man, and it would be great for charity, and I'm ready to do it, Tim. So let's do it. I mean, a lot of this I'm obviously joking around, but my point was he makes it all about money, so I just threw it back at him to have some fun. But I am serious. If he wants to do it, I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to do it right now. Of course, there's the guy on his staff, too, that I really like. He comes off like the teacher at Beavis for Butthead. He would probably actually kick my ass. He has wizard powers. But you, Tim, look, I'll make it fair for you. If you take this deal, we'll do it somewhere where real combat sports is illegal. Maybe Thailand or something. You can have your skateboard. All right? You can even fight with your skateboard against me, but I get to wear your beanie. Okay? See, I'm not ashamed of this, Tim. You got quite the chrome dome, too.
So this is essentially where the commentator space is. None of this is actually, these people don't actually feel strongly about a lot of the stuff that's going on. It's all a big fucking joke. And I question if this is like, I do wonder if this is WWE. I do wonder, is this just them trying to get attention and all of that? Now, obviously you have another person that is at the center of the whole thing, and that is the Quartering, who was trying to be the peacemaker yesterday and trying to say that the whole conservative sphere needs to come together because they're, torn apart and all of this stuff. And it's all stupid, man. It's all retarded. And this is all heading towards the midterms. Now, one thing that the people that are bringing up the midterms are completely leaving out from this whole equation is that historically speaking, when you are the party in power, I think it's 2 times in history, the party in power have won the midterms. And it's usually some big rallying cry. I think like post 9/11 or whatever, I think that the Republicans won. And what is the other one? It was a long time ago. So you've got 2 times in history. So historically speaking, the midterms are almost always going to go in the opposite direction of the party in power. Now, what's happened is you have all of these right-wing commentators and all of these people that pretended to be MAGA, and they have been building up their audience. They've been trying to explain to them that Trump is doing such a bad job that he's going to lose the midterms. And they've been saying that with the idea in mind that they know historically the party in power almost never wins. So they've been feeding their audience this lie that Trump is doing so bad, we're going to lose the midterm. So in fact, when it does happen, if it happens, they get to say, see, I told you Trump is doing so bad, and it gives them more credibility. But in reality, they were just lying the whole fucking time. And there's so much of that shit going on. And unfortunately, that's just where we are with the internet. And I don't have a solution for it. I'm not saying that there should be a solution for it. I think that people just need to understand who you're listening to. And if you choose to want to listen to them, that's your right. Who gives a shit what I think? But I have to be honest about what I'm seeing in this kind of calculated way of trying to set up for a post-Trump world, essentially, is what's going on. And people are positioning for that because it was never about, for them, it was never about making America great again. It was never about this movement for MAGA. It was never about supporting Trump. It was about jumping on the bandwagon of something that was very popular, utilize that, build our audience. And then when we see the writing on the wall of, Trump's not going to be here in 2028, we need to reposition and start thinking about the next move. And that's where we are. And it's only going to get worse from here on out. So Trump is horrible this second time around. What do you mean specifically? What has he been horrible about? I do want to know specifically, because that to me sounds like you've listened to another commentator tell you Trump is bad. But why is Trump bad the second time around? Is it because you're upset that we've had almost no illegal entries at the border? Does that upset you? Does that bother you? Do you want more illegals in the country? Just curious about that. I mean, now, if you want to say that the Iran situation is bothering you, I actually share that opinion, but I also acknowledge that I don't know exactly what the play is. I have no idea. And that's the thing, is nobody really knows what the play is. I don't know what Trump's plan is. I have no idea. But a lot of the statistics in the country with crime and violent crimes and all of that are lower. We've had a lot of good stuff happening. Doesn't mean it's perfect. And nothing is perfect. But to say that Trump's second term has just been horrible, I have to challenge that. I have to challenge that and go, what do you mean it's been horrible? If you're going to tell me that there's a couple of things that you're unhappy about, I'm like, yeah, I get that. I understand that. Welcome to reality. You're never going to be happy with 100% of anything. But if you're happy with 75% of what's going on, that's a win in life. And it's always going to be a win in life. You can't determine your happiness based off the small percentage of unhappiness you have if you're overwhelmingly happy in the situation. Simple as that. It's like, I listen, people can, like, sometimes people live in these fantasy worlds. So you can be a guy and you can be married to the hottest woman in the world. And guess what? At first, it's going to be great. And then reality is going to set in. And she, no matter how hot she is, no matter how cool she is, no matter how fun, there's going to be little things that's going to annoy you. And you're going to be like, yeah, I mean, she's hot, but she talks a lot. There's going to be something. And then at that point, you're like, well, I mean, I'm kind of done now because I'm annoyed by this one or two things. And it's like, welcome to the real world. This is how it happens. It doesn't matter. There's nothing in life that you're going to find 100% satisfaction and enjoyment. Nothing, except for Christopher Nolan's Odyssey. But outside of that, there's nothing in life. Zero. And you have to come to grips with that. Packy Protons for 20 says, I will change the deal to honor your health. 5 large McDonald's fries on stream. Okay, hold up. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, I was taking as like 10 individual fries. You meant 10 large fries? Fuck that. I didn't know you meant that. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. I can't do 5 large fries either, bro. I can't do it. I cannot do that. So I just thought you were just like, eat 10 fries. I can't do 10 large fries. I can't do 5. I can barely do 1 at my age. Yeah, I can't do that. I can't. 5 large singular fries. Not with that attitude, Jeremy. Not at my age. I can't handle like 5 McDonald's fries anymore. Can't do it. Beardo, I'm gonna have to throw this into Beardo. He'll do it. Beardo will do it. Old, yes. Do the movie, Bob? I don't know what that is, and I'm scared to ask. Jeremy is older than Alex. He can't handle fries. Who's Alex? Alex Jones? Plus, I have completely changed my diet recently. This would destroy my diet. Getting old sucks. It does. It does, but it is what it is. Trump is great, but I hate his tariffs. That's fair, SBZ. And I mean, I'm not going to tell you you're wrong to have issues with that. Packy Protons, we're going to have to negotiate this. I'm not sure I can. I'm not sure I can follow through on that one, brother. Joshua for 10 says the difference is we have redistricting on our side and these dumb commies running as Dems, which hurts Dems. I have a great feeling we hold and gain in both Senate and House. I hope so. I do. I really do. Both Jeremy's changed their diet. No. No. Only one has, and it's the one that's not fat as fuck. But of course, I never have been fat. So, okay, then it's funnier if it's 10 large single fries anyway. Okay, I can do that. Thank you, Joshua. I appreciate it. I can commit to that. I cannot do, like, I guess it's just because it's such a crazy ask. 10 large fries, like the 10, like that is insane. I'm not sure I ever could have done 10 large fries in my life. I don't think I could have done that one in my 20s even. I'd be dead if I did that. But I can do 10 individual fries. Let's see. Octane Junkie for $9.99 says off topic, but how do you think we'll fare in this upcoming trade agreement with Canada that Trump announced on Truth the other night? I saw that he was pausing the tariffs. I think I saw that today. I need to double check that. But I am not super caught up on that one. But I see that he was pausing the tariffs, at least for right now. I'll have to look into that more before I can give you more of a take on that one. The other thing that's going on is this whole situation with this woman that, well, first of all, so I only learned about it yesterday. This woman that, killed her children. It's such a horrible story, and I don't even I was getting sad just talking about it last night. But in order to get the full context, I think it's necessary. I gotta say, man, I was listening to Megyn Kelly talk about it. It's worse than I thought, man. It's worse than I thought. And it's created a lot of weird behavior online. So I want to click on the Megyn Kelly video that I watched earlier. We're not going to watch the whole thing, but we're going to watch her recap of the details about this. I'm just going to tell you right now, man, it's hard to listen to. It's bad. My goodness, this is bad. Here we go.
This case is just dark. It's dark, but it's fascinating. Let's be honest. I mean, the TikTok of the husband going home and finding out what happened to his family is just chilling. And what you have now, after this husband, Patrick, goes home, he's spent the day with his wife, Lindsay. He's been talking to her. They've been texting. He's seen his children, who are all in the young single digits. And he knows that she's been depressed. He knows that she's been inpatient for 5 days in the not too distant past. But she seems, he says, to be having a good day. In fact, he describes this as one of her best days in recent weeks. It does not seem to have any indication that his wife is thinking about killing their 3 children this evening. She sends him out to the store to go get some sort of like a colonic or diarrhea, whatever, some sort of laxative for their 6-year-old. He goes to the CVS. He can't find it. He calls in. She redirects him. Then he goes by a restaurant at the wife's instruction too. They had called in a meal for the 2 adults, picks it up and comes home. He finds his wife, what he thinks is dying, and probably she would have been dead had he not found her, on the front lawn, having jumped and with some sort of red marks on her neck and her wrists, though later they were described as superficial. And she tells him, I tried.
And this is where it gets real dark. Okay. So he finds her after she jumps. And I'll let it play, but this is like so bad. So he's like, where's the kids? And she said, they're in the basement. So in his mind, his kids are safe in the basement.
Her wrists, though later they were described as superficial. And she tells him, I tried to kill myself. He stays with her. He thinks this is the emergency. Stays with her 4 or 5 minutes. He calls 911. And then he says, where are the children? She says, in the basement. So he knew that while he was waiting with her for the 4 minutes. And when the paramedics arrive, he goes to the basement to check on his children, still not realizing that they've been killed. And then in a 911 call that they played in the courtroom, but they did not release for obvious reasons, too dark, too distressing. You can hear his exchange with the 911 operator where he calls out that his children have been killed too, and that she's apparently taken some sort of exercise bands and used them to strangle his children. I'm just looking for it here. Here it is. This is via a reporter for the Patriot Ledger newspaper in Massachusetts who was there. His name is Peter Blandino. He reports that the call goes as follows. My wife tried to commit suicide. Stay awake, he says to Lindsay on the tape. She jumped out of the window, he tells the operator. She's breathing. Where are the kids? He can be heard saying on the recording. It's not really bleeding. It's just an open wound, Patrick says about his wife, describing the cuts on Lindsay's wrist and neck. Is there something on your neck, Lindsay? He asks. Lindsay can be heard in the background, but not distinctly. Say my name, Patrick instructs her, as the dispatcher tells him not to move her. Sirens are then heard approaching. I need you to stay with her. I have to go check on my kids, he says as the paramedics arrive. His footsteps through the house can be heard. Oh no, he screams, followed by desperate shrieks. What are you screaming about now? The dispatcher asks. Oh my God, Patrick shouts, now crying. The basement. I need help. Patrick's screams are heartrending, reports Peter Blandino of the Patriot Ledger. She killed the kids. Oh my God. Primal cries and screams follow and heavy breathing. Oh shit, says the dispatcher. It's so dark.
So that when I heard this complete description of what happened, I was horrified. I was horrified to hear about the story, but then you hear about the way that it's all played out. And the fact that the husband is not being perceived as the person that is getting the sympathy right now is mind-boggling to me, because the woman that killed her kids is the woman that is being perceived as the person that's getting the sympathy right now. And this guy who experienced all this is now having to live with that. And I am astonished. I am astonished. Now, what's gotten even more twisted about all of this is it's now created this insane trend on social media. And for the record, I don't believe that this is real, but even if it's not real, it still shows a level of disgust that I will never understand. So now you have same Lindsay is trending. Mothers are holding their own children on camera and claiming they relate to the mom who murdered her 3 kids. I
am completely overwhelmed trying to take care of the kids. I'm drowning every day. I feel guilty that I'm spending my family.
This is crazy, man. Like, what is wrong with you? Why are your kids being put in these videos? I truly cannot process this level of derangement. I can't understand it. And it's happening a lot. There's a lot of women that are uploading videos like this. I imagine it's got to be rage bait too, but even if it's rage bait, You're including your children in the rage bait. What? Kids are not your content. I do everything I can to keep my family completely off the internet and all of that. Like, why would you do this? What is wrong with you? What possesses you to do this? Right here.
Okay, check this out. It's really crazy. Lindsay Clancy's birth chart.
I know you can barely hear it, so be quiet.
It's so crazy. Oh, I don't have the time of birth. So really, you can disregard the ascendant, descendant, IC, MC, vertex, and all the houses. I need the birth time. So like not all of these aspects are necessarily true because all those points, we don't really know. I just put it at noon. But first of all, I need to show. Okay, so notice anything here?
These
she's in her no return right now.
It's been a while, but
I can't stop. I can't stop this video.
This Lindsay Clancy trial, especially as a mother of two who dealt with a lot of post.
Why can't I pause the video?
Birth charts and birthdays and zodiac.
What is wrong? It won't even let me pause the fucking video. There we go. Okay, finally, I couldn't even pause that shit. And it's just getting worse and worse and worse. Like right here. All right. Can't play this. Her husband framed her, is what it said. Her husband framed her for this horrible crime, and you can't convince me otherwise. What? This is Candace Owens of bullshit right here. This is Candace Owens level bullshit of derangement. This is the true crime Candace Owens crowd right here. That's what it is. This is wild.
Piss me the fuck off. When I say please do not piss me the fuck off when it comes to this lady Lindsay Clancy. Please don't. Because everybody can be biased.
Everybody. I can't play these. I'm not going to continue playing through these clips, but just understand, dude, it's bad. It's very, very bad. We even have this one right here. This woman says, some days as a mom, my patience is hard to control. So she decides to upload a video of herself raging out because she's so upset about being a mom. Now, let's finish the video. Hang on. Now, I did see a tweet right here. Somebody quote tweeted. It says, "We're going to have our rights taken away, aren't we?" Well, I was told that women don't have rights in this country. So thank you for admitting that you do have rights. But the weird thing here is what's going to happen is people are going to take this as this is all women. And that's just not reality at all. But there's a lot of stupid women out there, but there's also a lot of stupid guys. But man, dude, this is so cringe, man. And if anything, this type of behavior, it just proves the point that women aren't built for, the things that they claim that they're built for. And that's perfectly fine. There's some things that men aren't built for as well. Welcome to reality, okay? Simple as that. And they are all like this. I mean, I would challenge if you've ever met a woman in real life, if you think all women are like this, but I also think that there's a lot of them that are, and you're going to have to be more aware of decisions you make and the people you surround yourself with. But ultimately, man, it just continues to show that the reality, or the internet, is continuing to move further from reality. This is performative bullshit. It's what this is. That's what at the core of it, this is performative bullshit in the event to try to get attention online. That's really what this is. This is performative 1000%. The Salem witch trials happen for a reason, says River Miles. And Marmillan for 20 says, so upset it's out of control, with the quote, and then says, hold up, let me set up my camera, get the shot right and the lighting. And well, now I need to make sure I'm in the shot and edit it and cut it. People are retarded. Correct. Because I mean, I think a lot of this stuff is performative, even if it's not on the internet. Now, I'm not going to get into the meat and potatoes of how I feel about mental health and all of that, because I'll probably get banned. But as vague as I can say, I believe that the heavy majority of human beings have the ability to control themselves. But that doesn't mean that everyone has the willpower to actually do it. And some people are just not raised right in order to be taught that you have full control over your emotions and your decisions and all of that. But I'm not going to get into all that. I'm just going to leave that one alone, because I'm going to listen. If you think I've pissed off people with my Odyssey tapes, wait till you hear me talk about that. It will not make people happy. But I just truly feel like, I think that people are too reliant upon the pharmaceutical industry, and that is by design. Should I shut up now? I should probably shut up. I think that the pharmaceutical industry has poisoned the minds of so many people, and people have become reliant upon things. And in a lot of ways, it's almost psychological, because a lot of the stuff that is fed to people don't even really help them. It's an illusion that it makes you think that it's helping you. And that is how they manipulate you and trick you. It's kind of what I just said. I've said this before about when I worked a retail story. Here we go. But when I worked retail, I worked Home Depot. I was in a training class when I started with Home Depot, and the training coordinator was telling someone that was asking about the back braces. And because this guy said, I have a bad back and I'd like to wear my back brace. And he says, we actually encourage you to not wear the back brace. And I'd never heard that before. And I'm like, whoa, why would you not wear the back brace? And the training instructor says, the back brace has proven to give you a false sense of security. So it makes you think that you're okay doing things, but in reality, you're actually doing more damage to yourself when you're wearing it. But it gives you this illusion that it's not hurting you, but you're actually doing more long-term damage to yourself when you do that. And I'm like, holy shit, that's crazy. I never thought about that. And that, really made me start thinking about those other shit. And so that's for me. And again, I'm not a doctor. I'm a retard. So don't listen to anything I have to say. But for me, I've always been, when people are saying like, why don't you drink and smoke and all that shit? I don't like to put things in my body that affect how I make decisions. I don't like to lose any ability to make a good decision that's going to be beneficial. I don't like to lose control. And so, I'm very much like, I try to stay away from medication. I try to stay away from anything. Doesn't mean I'm always going to do that. Occasionally I'll have to take like some Advil or some shit like that. But I feel like that if it comes down to it, like I think about people that were, you know, in the early days, they didn't have all this shit. So like, it's like anything else. Like if you take my phone away from me today, I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to go fucking crazy because I don't have my phone. Do I really need my phone? No, I don't. But I've been conditioned to think that I need my phone. I've been conditioned to think that I need to stay connected. I've been conditioned to think that I have to have this motherfucker with me at all fucking times, every second of the day. But I don't. Neither do you. None of us do. But we've all been fooled to believe that we have to have it. Because society has basically brainwashed us into believing that we need this shit. But we really don't. So anyway, I'm going to shut up now. Mr. Blue Sky says, brought someone to hang out in the snake pit, iDots. Oh, boy. Is Allie here? Chat. It looks like Allie is in the chat. I need you to all behave. Okay? And all I will say is that I did have a FaceTime call with her at the meetup. Okay? Now, she didn't say this. So I'm not speaking for her. But she did tell me she's very, very, very attracted to super chats. Okay? I like how I said she didn't tell me this, but then I said, but she told me. Literally contradicting exactly what I said. My grift got a little ahead of me there. She didn't actually say that. But rumor is, I fucked that one up. Either way. She likes super chats, okay? We'll just go with that. Thank you, Mr. Blue Sky. Joshua for 20 says, by the way, if you are a Pew owner, if you are American, you should be anyway. Join the GOA, Pew Owners of America. Massive win against the unconstitutional National Firearms Act of 1934. Always check your state laws too. Yeah, you botched that. I did it. Thank you, Joshua. I did botch that one. Not the first time. Won't be the last time. That's for sure. The Ant-Man says AOC is single now. Who wants to fix her? I believe Alex Stein is going to have that one on lock. Okay. Primetime 99 is going to handle business. Okay. JMNZZ 450 says, bring back that. I'm not going to repeat it, but I appreciate it. Thank you, JMNZZ 450. I will say, if AOC was Republican, a lot of people that say she's ugly would say she's hot. I'm just telling you, and you know it's true. If AOC was Republican and rocked a MAGA hat, a lot of the people that say she's ugly would have a completely different opinion of her. 1000%. They would all say she's smoking and she's so cute. Look at her smile. You know they would. You fucking know it. Yes, they would. 100%. Justin 450 says, each and every one of the women who posted a video like this should get a visit from Child Services. These are the same women who posted videos of themselves chugging Tylenol while pregnant when RFK Jr. announced it causes autism. That's right. And when Trump actually said it, then of course, that really took it to a whole different level. So yeah, absolutely. You are correct. I agree with you. B-Wee says you're a white Alabama fan who loves NASCAR, but doesn't drink or smoke meth. You are a unicorn, bro. It was it was weird growing up playing sports and you know, running the crowd that I ran, and I didn't do any of that shit. It was weird. You know, football fan, NASCAR fan, all that shit growing up in Alabama. You know, but yeah, I've always been a little different. So I'll continue. Bella Stella says Western liberal women have lost the plot a long time ago. Yes, liberal women are the worst. Introverts Unite says women aren't built for decision making. Look at the Bible. Eve got us kicked out of paradise. Then Sarah and Hagar got Abraham to father the line that led to Muslims because God was taking too long. Women, I mean, look, the truth is if can somebody get some statistics for me? What would the election of 2020 have been if women didn't vote? I mean, you already know who would have won, but like, what would 2020 have been if women don't vote? I mean, it would have been a crazy. Trump would have won in a mega landslide. I gum pork chop sandwiches for $1. Becky Protest says, how much to get you to eat haggis? No, don't even try it. Mike Hill says, FX has ordered a Sons of Anarchy spinoff with the original cast. Whoa. What? What? No, there's no way. No way. Oh, no. This is a reuniting for a new FX series titled Legends. It says, when the cast of Sons of Anarchy reunites at a fan convention after more than a decade, the line between life and art. Yeah, this isn't like a new show, unless there's something else I'm missing. Hang on. Yeah, I mean, no, I don't want to spoil it, but I mean, there's a key figure that is not in the story anymore. Well, hang on. So, all right. The cast of Sons of Anarchy, including Charlie Hunnam, Katie Seagal, Ron Perlman, will star in a new series, Legends. A series follows a universe where the cast of Sons of Anarchy reunite at a fan convention and face an actual real-world threat. What? I am so confused. I have no idea what this means. Like, is this like some like fourth wall bullshit? Is that what this is? I guess so. Is this a troll? This can't be for real. What the hell is going on? Hang on. FX has ordered a wildly original meta thriller spinoff, Sons of Anarchy starring Charlie Hunnam. This is... I don't like this. A limited series, Legends, will reunite the original cast of the hit motorcycle club drama, crime drama. Only this time they'll be playing fictionalized versions of themselves. So yeah, Galaxy Quest. That's like, listen, I love Sons of Anarchy. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. I'll obviously check this out, but I just on the premise alone, it sounds very strange. Now, with that said, if you have not watched Sons of Anarchy, I highly recommend it. It is one of the best series ever, in my opinion. And I do think that I think it's 2, maybe it's 3. Whichever one that they're going to like Belfast, that one, it drops off a little bit that season, but it gets back on track pretty quickly. So, but yeah, that, I mean, I don't know. That's weird. A little weird. Mod Eric says more Zippity and Zendaya all day, every day. Objectively, a cat says the R rating is a filthy lie. Packy Proton says, what will Streamception 2.0? What will be Streamception 2.0? You never know. Mr. Bentham says the only thing missing is the fire detector beeps. Mr. Blue Sky says it's the watermelon and fried chicken for me. Taker says, is this where Elon's 100 million went? Ryder Gokai says we 100% need a Wayans Bros Black Odyssey parody. Nick Smith doubles with a member message. Thank you. Packy Proton says the perfect song for you to play here. The Bertha Butt Boogie. Hey, Leroy. Don's third leg says, I'm a beggar, so here's $2. Oracle of Doom says, hey, Nolan has no argument for me. He made 2 of the best Batman movies ever, and Interstellar, Hell the 199. Agreed, my good friend. Agreed. Packy Proton says both. He gets to eat haggis and you get to eat 10 large McDonald's fries. He goes live in 50. Oh, I read that one earlier. So I guess tomorrow we're doing this. This is Griffception 2.0. B-Wee says, I can't afford the proper 199. What can I get for $5? You can get a shout out from me. Vault 199 says Alex couldn't even beat Destiny in a debate. Did he debate Destiny? I don't even remember that. Mod Eric says Alex Jones, Jeremy takes money from YouTube and Rumble. YouTube and Rumble are Israel. Jeremy is now paid from Israel. We have proof now. It is over. Israel flags in the chat. That's part of my contract. Tap the Tank says all Tim needs to request is that before the debate begins, Alex has to blow a 0.00 on a breathalyzer. Either no debate or Alex's withdrawals. Tim W. It's true. Incoherent Name says Jones, Carlson, and their ilk have combined influence of Trump's pinky. If we lose the midterms, it won't be because they're Jew spurging. Well, to that point, and there's another video I wanted to play really quick because this was actually really funny. When it was put in the context of the way that it was presented. So right here, Dan Blazerian, is that his name? Like, this is funny as hell, dude. Here we go.
On board, I want to talk about the Jews. So we got this post from Dan Bilzerian. He says, they clearly cheated. They literally took away my votes. And he's got
Dan Blazerian got like no votes. So he's claiming that he got cheated.
2 screenshots with different timestamps. And of course, Dan Bilzerian has lost the election in Florida's 6th district to Randy Fine, who was recently accused of rifling through someone's mailbox.
What?
It's just, American politics has become psychotic.
What are you doing, Randy?
I want to watch this. Is that? He's going to go in their mail.
Randy Fine is the guy that said that when he like shook Netanyahu's hand that he was never going to wash his hand or some shit like that. It was so weird. The guy's a weirdo.
Box, is that what he's doing?
I didn't actually watch the whole video, but I want to make an offensive joke.
He's like looking around. He's looking around. Oh, look at that.
Made sure they weren't home first.
What's he doing? Why is he going through their mailbox?
I don't. I think if I say it, it's a TOS violation.
So anyway, Dan Bilzerian says they took my votes away, and you can look at this from 7:34 p.m. and it says Randy Fine 8,688 votes with 37.9. Dan Bilzerian with 8,191 at 35.7, and then the race concludes. Dan only has 6,383, so his vote count did go down somehow. And, you know, they always just say, oh, you know, we counted it wrong. But I don't know that I trust any of these systems anyway. So it is a weird thing to point out that happened. And if anything, when they make these stupid mistakes, assuming it is, they just add fuel to the fire for people like Dan to say that they were cheated out of an election.
Yeah. So, he should be thrilled he's overperforming the polls. I mean,
what were the polls? Like, what was it? How was he doing?
He
in
was
the
at
polls?
like 8%.
Wow. I absolutely love, this is the best race ever because Randy Fine could not be more Jewish and pro-Israel, and Dan Bilzerian could not be more Jew critical, like specifically of the Jews and Israel. Yep. So it's just like the most hyper polarized district race.
That's what's so funny to me is that the mega pro-Israel guy defeated the mega anti-Israel guy just to continue to show that the internet is not real life. And the things that are important to people on the internet are not important to people in the real world. That's just the truth.
On the issue in the country.
You know, it's interesting considering how much Jewish blood Dan Bilzerian has.
Yeah, dude, it's the most bewildering race where like Dan Bilzerian's also like pretty Jewish, like ethnically speaking. And then Randy
actually Jewish.
Yeah, he's like 15% or something.
That's what threw me.
That's like a great grandparent or a grandparent.
Yep. Wow. He's got a lot of.
And then Randy Fine is this like complicated character where he's actually like really good on immigration, but then he's also like beyond, like he's
also rifling through people's mailboxes.
Yeah, he's like doing the Biden official where he was like stealing luggage. It's like the same thing. And then he's also like a full blown blood and soil nationalist for Israel, which is like, you know, it's one thing if you're pro-Israel, but he's like legitimately like blood and soil guy, and you're like very complicated figure.
Oh, you remember Dan at the Las Vegas shooting? Oh, I remember that. How many of you have seen Dan Bilzerian at the Mandalay Bay shooting? Dan Bilzerian was out there and he tried to insert himself into a situation with police officers, and like, what the fuck are you doing? It was crazy. Show it. Can I show that? I don't know if I can show that. Is it on YouTube? Let's see. Dan, however you say his name. How do you spell this guy's fucking name? Bilzerian, whatever. Las Vegas. I don't know if I can show this. Let's see. Okay, so I'll play a little bit here, okay? So right here, here's him running as the shooting is going off. Bilzerian, is that how you say it? This is him running as the shots are going off. Okay? Now, I'm not going to play much of that. So then he gets behind a wall here, and I hope I remember this correctly because it's been a long time since I saw it, but he's behind a wall, and there's police officers. And I think he asked for a gun or something like that. And this happens. I'm going to mute it for a minute. Okay. So you got the shots going off. Okay.
Hey, the security's boning out.
God, that's terrifying to listen to. So you see, they just pushed him out of the way right here. He's trying to stand there and get in the way, and they push him away. So he said, get the fuck away from me. I don't know who you are. Like, why are you trying to involve yourself in this? What an idiot, dude. What an absolute idiot.
You know, this is one of those races where I'm like, you know, it's okay to say, I don't know if I really have a dog in this fight.
I'm glad I don't live in their district.
It's also funny that Dan Bilzerian, like, you know, he's doing the JQ thing, but he's doing it in like the third most Jewish district in the country. Yeah. Like if he would have done it, I don't know. There's probably some districts
Dearborn, Michigan.
Yeah, if Dearborn, he'd be crushing.
He'd win. Part of I'll take him.
Part of his problem is, or at least some of his problem is, he got into it with a lot of the Groypers. And I don't know what the point, like, because he was attacking Nick for,
it was
I don't know
hard
what
to figure
reason.
out what they were mad about.
It was just stupid shit. But the point is, like,
well, see, that's one thing I'm starting to see with I can only judge from the outside looking in, because again, I'm not super knowledgeable about all of this. From my perspective, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm only from the things I've seen from a distance. Love him or hate him, Fuentes was kind of like the OG of like calling out the Jews. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not saying he was the first, but he was the most prominent person. He was the guy that was like the OG of it. And, you know, he, suffered. He got a lot, he got debanked. He got deplatformed, all of that, yada, yada, yada. And now he was kind of the only guy doing it. Now everybody's doing it. Everybody is. And it's very popular online. But they're not unified at all. So then they become like there's a lot of infighting. that is happening with that movement. And it's just like, it's such a shit show. It's crazy. Movie Erotic says, you're wrong. Am I wrong? Like, was Nick not one of the OGs to do this? I mean, where am I? You got to tell me how I'm really wrong. Suddenly, everyone in the chat's a gun expert. Well, I mean, you know, welcome to the internet. So, well, Alex Jones would call out globalist. He would be a little more vague about it. Fuentes would be a little more direct about it. But I'm talking about, it started on 4chan. Yeah, but I'm talking about an individual personality that was the face of it, the figurehead of it. That was Fuentes. But anyway, regardless of that, it's just like they're constantly fighting with each other now.
He's attacking the people that are most likely to go to bat for him. Now, I don't know how many groypers are in that district there, considering
it's Florida, and they're usually young, so probably 3 of them.
Right. But yeah, I mean, Dan's not really a guy that seems to know a whole lot about how politics.
He's just like, all right, so I'm going to go really hard on Jews. Let me pick a district. Let's go pick the oldest state by far in the country. And let me pick the most Jewish district in that state to run. And it's like, dude, what are we doing?
I'm very surprised with how much support he got.
Yeah.
You know, and he can make this claim about the election was being stolen, but I think Florida is pretty well known for secure elections. I mean, if you think back to like, they call since the 2000 race, remember the hanging chads and everything since then, especially under DeSantis, they call the races very soon, very early. And Florida used to be a state that we waited on forever. And they can go back and they can look at all the ballots and they can do all that stuff and they can relitigate it. But Tim is right. Like with all this election integrity, all these questions, anybody can accuse an election being stolen now.
Yeah.
And it's getting kind of tiresome.
Well, I mean, this goes to a discussion we've been having is just the lack of trust in institutions that we have. Like COVID really did a job on people. There were already, people that were suspicious of the government. There were a lot of libertarians. There people, ever since, whether it be the Gulf of Tonkin or, the people that don't believe the official story of 9/11 or, people that were like, oh, the government told me if I like my plan, I could keep my plan or like your doctor.
Have I seen Nick Shirley's latest video? It's wild. I do have that one bookmarked.
You can keep your doctor. The government doesn't have a good track record. They've lied about a ton of stuff. And then the COVID thing was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back, particularly with people that are Tate's age, right? Like his when he's like a teenager and basically they're like, yeah, we're going to shut the country, the world down for 2 years when you're basically becoming an adult.
Well, it's about low trust too. And my congressman goes through my mail.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's like the craziest thing.
I know.
But he won though.
Yeah.
Maybe this is why.
Yeah, I wonder.
I do think like American politics is just a crazy place right now, and it's not going to get any better. It's going to get crazier. There's going to be crazier people getting involved with this shit, and I don't know. I feel like, as I said, I mean, we are in the attitude era of politics right now. Politics is professional wrestling for the most part. And I think that that's going to continue on. I think it will be the most entertaining reality TV show there is, which is all of American politics right now, at least for the next couple of years, because we have the #1 star in the world at the head of it. And then we see where it goes from there. Weird, crazy times we're in. And now we have CNN melting down because Pete Hegseth used a transphobic slur. Oh, man. Did he use a transphobic slur? What in the world?
You need to settle down and mind your business, okay? Ma'am, once again, ma'am.
I said both of you.
No, you said sir. Once again, it's ma'am.
I actually said both of you guys. It was a general.
Right beforehand, you fucking said sir.
Sir? Okay.
Motherfucker, take it outside. If you want to call me sir again, I will show you a fucking sir.
I apologize.
Motherfucker.
I apologize now.
So Hegseth says, at the Department of War, we do training, not trannies. The only focus of our department, colorblind, gender neutral, merit based. That's it. We want the best. Let's hear what CNN has to say.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth went to Iowa
to campaign. He was at the Iowa State Fair Monday, and he used a slur against trans people. Take a listen.
We need guys like this man right here having our back in Congress as we get rid of DEI at the Defense Department. At the Department of War, we do training, not trannies. The only focus of our department, colorblind, gender neutral, merit-based. That's it. We want the best.
I mean, first of all, I'm still just not going to get over the fact of seeing like a current Secretary of Defense campaigning for somebody. I don't think I've ever seen anything.
Fuck off. Fuck off. This is Trump's America. We don't care what you think. We don't care how offended you are. We don't care how performative you are. It doesn't matter.
Like that before.
Correct. I mean, to your point, Jake, it's not unusual for cabinet secretaries to campaign for candidates, but when it comes to members of the national security team, especially the Secretary of the War, Secretary of DOD, you do not typically see those people out there campaigning. First of all, we are at war, so he should be focused on that in Washington, D.C., a war that Trump started.
First of all, we're not at war. We're not at war.
But secondly, no, you don't see that. Look, I will also say this, Jake. First of all, Iowa is very much a state in play, both at the governor level and the senatorial level this cycle. Obama won it in 2012. That's the last time a Democrat won on the presidential campaign side in a presidential campaign. But it's a very, very, very marginal state for Republicans. Democrats have very good chances there this year. I think voters are sick and tired of this rhetoric. They are tired of the tariffs and how it's impacting farmers. They're tired of prices being high. This does not work. This strategy of like, oh, let's play into the culture wars. Voters are sick and tired of it, especially the independent voters will ultimately make the decision in these races in Iowa.
And I just also wonder, Sure, Michael, I mean, just calling transgender people trannies, like that's obviously a slur that they don't like. And people can have their opinions on sports or whatever.
Well, what do they like? So I'm supposed to have a checklist of words that mentally ill people don't like, so I can't use those words. Get the fuck out of here.
But like, there is just something about like treating people with dignity.
CNN, the network that lies about Trump all day long and Trump supporters all day long, wants to talk about dignity. Okay. Mark Millen says props to CNN for getting a Troon to report on this slur. Good Lord, man. These people, it's absolutely, Pete Hegseth he's become more popular now just by saying this. I'm just calling it like it is. Nobody's offended by this. Nobody that matters. No one that actually matters is offended by this. And anyone that is offended by this, they don't matter and we don't care. Sorry, just telling you the truth. Nobody cares. Joshua says, remember, kids, X Twitter is not real life. Very true. The Exalted Patriarch says, women vehemently supporting Lindsey Clancy would not give the same grace to Chris Benoit. Correct. TJ says, when did I say I wanted to hear you speak? Best forward speech, AOC Sweeney Puddin' Party. SBZ says, Trump is great, but I hate his tariffs. Dark Red Knight says, are you going to play the new Fortnite season this weekend? You're damn right. Is it this weekend? Yes, 100%. D-Day Cobra Gaming. Be on the lookout for it. East Coast Toast Boy says, no food, half gallon of chalky milk on empty gut. That would be bad. Miniature Rumthing says, people panic about socialist winning. Need to be reminded that socialist poster boy Saeed lost his home district in the primaries by 30 points. 30 points. Thank you. Packy Protest says, Pro is live in 15. He will love this news. What? Okay, hang on. I'm confused on what news. Nate the Great says, hey, Jeremy, hope you and your family are doing well. Nips Litter says, notice how many leftists cared about the narrative they could make out of Supergirl rather than the film itself. The box office basically proves it. Yep. Grindo Drum says, we okay? Still want a super chat sometime. Yes, dude. Listen. I can be a extremely sarcastic person. I can promise you, you have almost never seen me really upset about anything on the internet. It just doesn't happen. It is always sarcasm for me. So we're cool. What was this about the supporting Google and Apple super chat the other day? Minister Real Thing says women's empathy has been weaponized and twisted for political power, so much to the point where they're genuinely have no idea what empathy actually means. You're not wrong. Sith Lord says that the 19th was a mistake. John freaking Murdoch 450 says, I looked up Troon on the internet. I'm not sure what town in Scotland has to do with CNN. You know what? I'm going to let you have that one. I'm not even going to correct you. I'm just going to let you have it. So there you go. All right. We're just going to let you continue to believe that one, John. Mar Millen says, only time Jeremy was upset is when I sent him the Black Grand Canyon in retaliation for showing us a black hole. I wouldn't say upset, Mar Millen. Traumatized? Yes. For the first time in my life, considered therapy? Yeah. Yeah. I considered therapy after you sent me that one. But we're good now. We're good now. So, all right. Daniel says, I'm not even married, but if my wife posted a video of herself alluding to ending our kids, I would divorce her on the spot and take the kids far away. That would be a good call. Grannis Potato says, is the Nick Cage movie Mom and Dad Becoming a Thing the movie where parents go psycho and off their kids? Let's hope not. Mr. No One says every one of those moms posting those vids should have their kids removed from them. The moms are basically threatening their own freaking kids. I agree. I mean, if I was a family member of one of those women, I would be incredibly concerned. Incredibly. There's no justifiable reason why you would do that. Ministry of Rum thinks this suddenly Wanda Maximoff arc makes sense. VJ says, Jared, have you covered what happened in Dearborn? I haven't. Mod Eric says, can you drive a forklift, Jeremy? I'm probably not as good as I once was, but I'm good once as I ever was. Shout out to Toby, R.I.P. Dan Campbell says, I was driving forklift at 6 years old. Sup, girl. Now that's how you get the ladies right there, okay? That's how you get the ladies. Minister of Run thinks there's a dark alley. No, not dark alley. Heir to the Empire says, botching the grift tax. Movie Roddick says, Jared's been paid off by Big Odyssey and Israel. Yes or no? I have not been paid off by Odyssey. I've been paid off by Universal. Okay? Universal. Van Nielsen says that you're going to watch the Indy race in DC this weekend. I might check it out. The Under Armour Gamer says, hey, Fig, have you ever going to finish Tulsa King? I need to. Probably when the next season comes out, I'll binge through it. Mr. Blue Sky says, Meta SOA. Hollywood has completely lost the plot. Well, the thing I want to know about this SOA thing is Kurt Sutter involved, the creator of Sons of Anarchy? Because if he's not involved, I don't see what the point of it is at all. Let's see. Packet Proton says, you need a palette or you need a cleanser. Pro is live. He challenged someone to send him $300 to eat a ghost pepper. You really want me to check out Pro's live stream, don't you? Okay. Let's see. All right, let's see here. He really wants me to check out Pro's live. All right, so here we are with WDW Pro. All right, so Pro's live. Okay, hold up. What type of super chat challenge this motherfucker got? All right, so he's getting super chat challenges. I ain't got no fucking super chat challenge. I don't have a super chat challenge. Why don't I have one? Well, because I have faith that the audience is going to send them anyway. Okay.
World. And I think they're going to just explode for the rest of the season with ratings. Way bigger than before.
So there's the Pro show. You should. The only time I've done that is like for a troll or whatever. So he still needs 16 more to let's see, 16 more to eat a ghost pepper. So we'll see how that goes. I'll keep it playing in the background. I am curious about the Sons of Anarchy deal though. If Kurt Sutter is involved. Not maximizing your grift. Failure. I know, man. Like, all right, here. You know what? How about we just add a challenge? Okay. Let's see. Start a goal. I just want to get one super chat for $2. Can I get one super chat for $2? And I'll play Sweeney. Okay. One super chat, a $2 super chat. Can we pull this off? Can we get one super chat? Did the goal go through? Goal created. It didn't get it. So see there? We got 30 minutes. Oh, there it is. Oh, we did it. We did it. We even got the congratulations. We even got the All right, we feel accomplished now. We're feeling good. Good things are happening. There's some good vibes going on. I'm liking it. I'm feeling really, I set the bar really low and we're feeling pretty good about it. So show the Sweeneys. No at Delta Dragon with the $2. See, I didn't even throw like listen, I'm a nice guy. Okay. I could have put a $50 goal up there, but I didn't. I mean, why would I do that? I could have put the $50 goal. I decided, you know what? I respect my audience way too much. Okay. Way too much. Now, I probably am thinking, hey, if I don't ask for the 50 or 100 or a proper 199, and if I just ask for a $2 goal, it makes it look like I respect my audience. So then somebody will then send a proper 199 as a thank you. And it makes me look like I'm a good guy because I didn't ask for it. I asked for the $2. And the people in the audience are like, wow, he's a great guy. He didn't even ask for a proper 199. He only asked for $2. We respect him. We're going to send him one anyway. You know? I think that's probably what I was doing. But who knows? No one believes you. No one? At least somebody believes me, I would think. Respect that good Jer. We try. We try. Okay, so next up, all right, so you brought up Nick Shirley's video. I did have this one, Take My Money Tax. We like that. We like that. So the Nick Shirley video, I did see this one right here, and he did like a cold opening. Meet California State Assembly Chief of Staff. In Sacramento, he printed and handed out, quote, allegedly Nick Shirley has a small penis. Prove me wrong. You got to be kidding me.
I can do the same thing, Nick. What did that do for you?
Mia Bonta. Do you think her creating a bill that...
Bro, that looks like Doug Stamper. Oh my God. Hang on. Doug Stamper in House of Cards. Look at this shit. Tell me this don't look like Doug Stamper. Holy shit. It really does.
would make it basically illegal, give someone a $4,000 fine for looking into immigration support service providers.
Did you guys hear that Nick Shirley has a small penis, allegedly?
Wow, that's so adult of you.
Did you hear about this? Nick Shirley allegedly has a small penis. Well, I don't know. This is what they're reporting. Have you seen this?
Well, the reports are wrong.
They're reporting. Well, we don't know. Prove me wrong.
No, I'm not. I don't do that.
Prove me wrong. It's good enough for Charlie Kirk. Prove me wrong.
You don't want to do that.
Well, if you consent.
Wow. Bringing Charlie Kirk into it.
I mean, we are in California. They do support pedophiles.
I think you're over 18. So there are news reports happening that Nick Shirley has a small penis. Do you have any comment on Nick Shirley's allegedly small penis?
Out here,
alleged small penis.
It's risky for him to be out here. He could be banned or criminalized.
Exactly. So, I don't think this having a small penis is that a criminal. Are you going to introduce that legislation, Assembly member?
Hey, sir.
to
Well,
ban Nick
so look at
Shirley's
your penis.
allegedly
You'd have to
small
lift up
penis?
your.
Dude, the left is so retarded. They can't meme. They can't joke. They're so stupid. They're so cringe. Why are they this way? Why are they the way they are? I have no idea.
You're fat to even look at it. So
I'm out.
you should work on that before you allege somebody else about their own penis.
Hey, gentlemen, have you guys heard these public reports? Nick Shirley allegedly has a small penis. There's an investigation going.
Holy shit. You are not the good guy in this situation. Going up to random strangers and talking about another man's penis size. Holy crap.
Going on. If you like, there you go. Thank you so much.
I'm doing just fine. To see yours, you have to literally lift up a flab of fat to look at yours.
I don't know what you're talking about, Nick.
You literally had to go like this to tuck your tummy and look at your own
I
penis.
appreciate.
It's a grown man.
I mean, I don't have. I'm not. There people aren't reporting on me having a small dick. Like I don't have any reports, but
I want to say this, like, you, regardless of how people feel about Nick Shirley, I don't like Nick Shirley. I have ultimate respect for him for going out there and doing this. He is in danger every second he is out there doing this. He is in danger every single second. It takes balls to do what he's doing right now, man.
I don't think anyone would ever make a report on you, period.
And now, who is this man that would come out and put such a false statement on a paper to put all around Sacramento? Well, his name's actually Terry, and Terry is the Chief of Staff of the California State Assembly. So this man is the Chief of Staff of the entire Assembly of California, and this is what he's doing with his time.
Oh yeah, you can get a photo. See, people love me. People don't know who you are.
You want a flyer?
Do you want to
take the photo? No, I'm gonna.
This is a beautiful lady right here, sir.
Thank you.
See, we're not being hostile.
Okay. You don't get to touch my things, sir.
Who has it now?
Steal my things. That actually is a crime.
Come on.
Thank you. You can't steal
Come
my
on.
stuff.
I'm making you work out so people can actually see your penis.
Nick, I know because all the blood's flowing into your arms. It's not flowing into your incredibly, allegedly small penis. Nick, you don't get to touch that. It's not yours.
Hey, she wants.
I can do the same thing, Nick. What did I do for you?
You can't get it though.
Come on, Nick. Sergeant, I need my Sergeant.
Here, let's get a photo. You want your photo? Look at all of the papers this guy made. He's gonna put these all around Sacramento.
Good Lord.
Look at this. Look at this.
Is it part of having an allegedly small penis that you feel the need to steal?
No, you just put it in my face, so I grabbed it. Look, you want to grab it back?
But no one's putting a
You want it
small
back?
penis. I do want it back, please.
I know he is. He is breathing cardio. This is California politics. This is hilarious. See, people love me. No way he gets in a Tesla. No way. No way you get in a Tesla. He probably doesn't like Elon Musk. Look at him. Absolute clown. He likes fraudsters.
Oh, did he have the Elon sticker?
Absolute clown.
He had the, I bought this before Elon got crazy. Oh no. He's got one of those. Oh my God. And a handicap sticker. I saw that he had a handicap sticker in the front. Oh my God.
I got this before Elon went crazy.
You know how much do you know how much they hate that Elon Musk is a literal genius who is changing the world, and they had to download the hate for him. And then it drives them crazy because he is so incredible, and the things that he has created changed the world, and they want to utilize the things that he has given the world, but they've downloaded this opinion that he's terrible. It's fucking fantastic. Is this more? Is this another one?
And do you think there's any conflict of interest with you being the AG's wife here?
You're doing such a good job. You're making their life miserable, and they're trying to figure out a way to stop you.
Wow, you have a lot of them.
Well, I
How many
mean,
of them do you have?
there's public reports.
Right now, they're passing the bill AB 2624, aka the Stop Nick Shirley Act. This bill was made by Mia Bonta. She's an assemblywoman who also happens to be the wife of the Attorney General, Rob Bonta.
You know what? I'm not going to say anything.
Here inside the state of California. So meanwhile, you have the Attorney General who's supposed to go after the fraudsters, but his wife is currently making bills that would make it harder for fraudsters to get exposed, and it would actually penalize those that go out and search and expose the fraud. AB 2624, aka the Stop Nick Shirley Act, is made to protect immigration support service providers. But what is an immigration support service provider? Well, an immigration support service provider includes, but is not limited to, nonprofit offices, DOJ recognized entities, community legal clinics, law offices, accredited representative sites, and healthcare facilities that provide services to immigrants. Whether it be illegal or a legal immigrant, your tax dollars are funding these entities. So therefore, let's say you go out and you expose a leering.
The fact that Nick Shirley, so the other day, I didn't talk about this, I should have, but Thomas Massey was actually targeting Nick Shirley the other day. And Nick Shirley destroyed him. Absolutely destroyed him on Twitter. But you had Thomas Massey targeting Nick Shirley. Why? How do you think that's benefiting you? Like, you can have, look, if you have problems with Trump or whatever, but like going after Nick Shirley, a regular dude who is going out there putting his life on the line every single day to expose the fraud in America, and you have a problem with that guy, insane.
Center inside of your community. Well, that leering center gives you a piece of paper and says, hey, you cannot publish that video, therefore you cannot publish the video. That is a direct violation of the First Amendment. And then let's also say that immigration support service provider claims reasonable fear. Well, then you potentially will get a $4,000 fine.
For context, I'll show you right here. Here's Thomas Massey. Hard to take Nick Shirley seriously until he starts to call out Johnson, Thune, and Trump for funding the daycare fraud. Like, why are you calling him out? So, of course, he gets 37,000 likes on this, okay? Nick Shirley responds, 150,000 likes. In other words, why can't a 24-year-old solve all the government's spending problems? You people in D.C. are a large part of the problem. All you do is complain and whine on X while your job is to actually work for us. I've exposed and saved Americans billions. What have you done? Absolute massacre. Why go after this guy? Of all people, you go after Nick Shirley.
And you'll actually have to pay for the legal fees of the person who's suing you. Therefore, investigative journalists, citizens in general, will actually be de-incentivized to go after and expose fraud. Now we have a few announcements. Number one, here on August 26th, we're going to be doing a rally here in front of the Capitol here in Sacramento, and I want you all here on August 26th. I'll be providing more information on that as well on my other socials as we get up to that date. And then number two, we have the new Califradia Republic t-shirts and hoodies that are available on my website right now at antifraudclub.com if you want to support our work. And these are actually pretty dope. So go ahead and get one at antifraudclub.com. And now, today, we're going to be confronting Mia Bonta and the senators that are going to be now voting on this bill as it heads its way to Gavin Newsom's office. How's it going, Mia Bonta? How are you doing? What made you create AB 2624, aka the Stop Nick Shirley Act, you are calling? And do you think there's...
I just want you guys to know, because I think you should know, okay? I am trying to not say something racist right now. Okay?
Any conflict of interest with you being the AG's wife here, creating a bill that would make it harder to expose fraud here inside the state of California?
The beautiful thing about California is that we actually don't support misinformation. To my knowledge, there's absolutely no bill that is being considered by this legislature called whatever you reference it as.
Yes, it's the official title is AB 2624, but after people read it and saw what it included, it'd make exposing fraud and make it harder, especially in immigration support service providers.
The other beautiful thing about California is that the American public, the California public, is actually aware when they're receiving misinformation.
This isn't misinformation. I have it right here.
As you are offering right now.
And Mia Bonta.
And that is my stance. Thank you so much.
And you actually just removed evidence 1070 from the bill on the last amendment, which actually takes away any protection that a journalist would have to expose fraud inside immigration support service.
That's how you want to roll.
It's right here on screen. I put it on the paper.
And your public. But unfortunately, it is not what the actual bill does. Thank you so much.
It actually is.
And right here, we have it on paper. They removed evidence code 1070, which is the only thing that protect a
Exactly. The whole state is misinformation, at least from a government standpoint.
journalist here inside the state of California. And if Mia Bonta really believed in her bill, she'd be able to actually have a conversation about it. Mia Bonta, we finally got her. We were looking for her, and she literally ran away, and she couldn't answer any questions, and she would not even discuss the bill that she created. And now let's go and confront the senators that are going to be voting on this bill. Yeah, Senator Jesse, on the AB 2624, aka the Stop Nick Shirley Act, your own committee had analysis saying that there's First Amendment concerns, yet you voted to pass it. Why'd you do that? Senator Jesse, any answers? We're just asking you a question on behalf of the people here.
My man is like 4'3", like on a good day, maybe 4'5". My man is this is diversity Danny DeVito right here. DEI DeVito.
Any response, or why would you pass a bill and support a bill that you literally, your own committee, said flagged First Amendment concerns? Senator Jesse, come on now. People are going to be wondering why you're not answering any of these questions. I'm citing your own committee. Anything?
Still taller than Kata.
Have a good day. These guys don't even know what they're voting for. That's what it looks like. On July 30th, his own committee said this bill, referring to AB 2624, the Stop Nick Shirley Act, has the same First Amendment concerns as its reproductive health care counterpart. And yet, he's going to go vote yes on it. How's it going, Sadie?
Get out of the way, please.
Sadie. Assemblywoman
Get out of the way,
Sadie.
please.
We're just asking her some questions about the bill she co-authored. Assemblywoman Sadie, she's right here. Assemblywoman Sadie. We're just talking to our people that are representing us here in California. Assemblywoman Sadie. Assemblywoman Sadie, we just wanted to thank you for protecting the fraudsters and supporting and co-authoring a bill that violates the First Amendment. Goodbye, Assemblywoman Sadie. Senator Archuleta, we just want to know how you're going to vote on AB 2624, aka the Stop Nick Shirley Act.
We're going to keep looking at it.
What do you think about it?
Maybe you should find someplace else to be.
Why? This bill is going to affect a lot of Americans and people here in California that pay for a lot of these immigration support service providers. We want to just talk to our
dude. I have so much respect for Nick Shirley. I don't care what his opinions are on the current administration. He can do whatever the hell he wants. And I don't know. I'm literally saying I don't know what they are because I don't. And I don't care. This guy is out there doing work that few people would actually get out there and do. He is putting himself in danger, legitimate danger by doing this, especially after watching what happened with Charlie Kirk, and he's out there doing this.
Senator.
He's not your senator.
Why not? Can we just ask you a quick question?
Who said that?
He said you're not our senator.
No, who is that? Somebody in the general public? I am the
he's
senator for
security
the state of California,
Exactly.
the 30th Senate District.
Exactly.
We got to get inside. Hey,
Why are you so mad, sir? We're just trying to talk to the
not
representatives.
mad at all. Have a great day.
Word has gotten out that I'm here, and that's why all these people are coming out with these random security people. These are not real security guards that are coming through with them. They're just grabbing people before they head out, and they're saying, hey, make sure Nick Shirley does not get to talk to the senator. As a co-author, what are you going to do about AB 2624? What makes you want to pass AB 2624?
Excuse me, sorry. Even immigrant service providers.
And why should they be shielded from public?
Because people have been kidnapped off of our streets.
And who have been kidnapped?
To make sure that they are secure, safeguarded, not dogs.
The immigration support service providers?
Absolutely.
They've been kidnapped?
The people that they serve. You know this. You're not brand new. I know you're smarter.
Are you saying they've been kidnapped by ICE, the illegal migrants? Is that what you're referring to?
They've been kidnapped by ICE. They've been kidnapped by a federal administration that has been antagonistic towards people that are working hard in our community.
And so should it be criminal for a journalist to go and expose a location that might be committing fraud?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Because this is what this bill is going to try to do.
Who are you referring to?
This bill, AB 2624.
This is not about that. This is about immigrant service providers.
Exactly. And you guys are trying to shield people from looking into them. Lena Gonzalez, the senator co-author of the Stop Nick Shirley Act,
Yes.
AB 2624, says that immigrants have been kidnapped. That's why they're creating this bill. But the bill is for immigration support service providers.
I don't want to say you're making their life miserable, but you're doing such a good job, you're making their life miserable, and they're trying to figure out a way to stop you.
And do you think here in California they use immigrant communities to commit the fraud?
I think people use immigrant communities to commit fraud on several occasions. You've exposed a lot of that stuff. There was daycare facilities you've exposed, and it doesn't just happen in immigrant communities, it happens in other communities as well. And you're doing a great job, and you just keep up the good work.
Awesome. Why won't some of these assemblymen or the senators, they're just running away from us?
They're afraid of you.
And how are you going to vote on AB 2624?
I'm going to be a big fat no.
How's it going, Senator?
How are you?
Good. Can we ask you a quick question?
I'm a little late, man.
How are you going to, oh, we can walk with you. How are you going to vote on AB 2624?
I've not reviewed it yet.
What do you think about it? I can give you a little breakdown on it.
I got to take a look through, man.
All right. Well, it's essentially making it illegal to expose fraud inside immigration support service communities. You think that's a good thing?
Well, thanks for being here. I got a lot of.
Says he doesn't know about it, but yet he'll be voting on it. Scott.
Thank you.
And how come you guys took away evidence code 1070 on AB 2624?
Have a good day, Nick.
Wait, why'd you take away? See, they just run away. Another thing about AB 2624 is there's this thing called evidence code.
Hey, you know what though? This is exactly why he'll never be accepted by the mainstream, and this is why the people generally don't believe the mainstream. Because anytime you see one of these politicians talking to mainstream outlets, you know that it's in a controlled environment where they have prearranged what questions can and can't be asked, and they don't want to be put in any awkward positions at all. These people work for the people, yet they ignore the people when they are standing right there. It's absolutely nuts, and it's so good that he's out here doing this.
1070. It's California's shield law. And after the pressure we put on them, they then put it inside the bill so journalists could continue to do their jobs when they go and cover immigration support service providers. Well, the last amendment they made, they hurry and literally just crossed it out. And so that evidence code 1070, the California shield law, stripped away any protection that it would give to a journalist for going and investigating potential fraud taking place inside an immigration support service provider. How are you going to vote on AB 2624, aka the Stop Nick Shirley Act?
Oh, are you kidding? It's against the Constitution. It's against free speech. The governor should be sending you a thank you letter. I did send you a thank you letter.
And why do you think here in California specifically they're trying to make it harder for people to expose fraud inside of immigration support service providers?
Maybe they're trying to hide their supporters for their campaigns. I have no idea. I'm not in their head, but it's insane that we're not prosecuting these people who are stealing. California doesn't have a revenue problem, has a wasteful spending problem. You uncovered the wasteful spending in Minnesota. You came here in California. And I thank you for coming to California.
Sasha, you're a co-author of AB 2624. What makes you want to pass AB 2624?
Well, this is a bill that's really intended to protect child care centers. I know you have concerns, and I've seen your post online that you're worried that it's targeting you, and I want to make very clear that this was not a piece of legislation intended to target you.
It was only created after I exposed widespread fraud inside of immigrant communities here.
I think there's some more larger concerns about what's happening.
But this fraud's pretty, it's real.
The work you do is important, and it would be great if we could get you to focus on some key issues, Nick. I'll see ya.
Have a good one. I don't know about you guys, but I think our tax dollars being wasted. I think that's.
I mean, as much as I think she's kind of a coward, she gave the most respectful response to him of any of the people that are trying to get this passed. So I guess credit where credit's due from that perspective.
Important issue. Senator, how are you going to vote on AB 2624, aka the Stop Nick Shirley Act?
I'm voting no because I believe in transparency and accountability, and we need more of that in California.
Do a lot of these legislators know what they're voting and passing?
I don't think they do. If you were to actually sit down and think about how you're casting your vote, for me, the first thing I'm always asking is it going to make life more affordable for Californians? And the second thing, is it about transparency? Is it about accountability? And if it's
no, BMCCB, no.
not those three things, I'm not voting for it.
And it's kind of interesting how here in California, when I go and speak with the legislators, lawmakers, and politicians inside of this building right here, the moment I ask them a question about what they're bringing about for the people of California, they start running.
And as we were interviewing the last California politician, this happened. And just wait until we reveal who this man is.
Mia Bonta, do you think her creating a bill that
Doug
would make it basically illegal, give someone a $4,000 fine for looking into immigration support service providers?
Did you guys hear that Nick Shirley has a small penis, allegedly?
Wow, that's so adult of you.
Did you hear about this? Nick Shirley allegedly has a small penis. Well, I don't know. This is what they're reporting.
Good
Have you seen this?
Well, the reports are wrong.
They're reporting. Well, we don't know. Prove me wrong.
No, I'm not. I don't do that.
Prove me wrong. It's good enough for Charlie Kirk. Prove me wrong.
You don't want to do that.
Well, if you consent.
I mean, we are in California. They do support pedophiles.
I think you're over 18. So there are.
Well, first of all, the prove me wrong was Steven Crowder, right? So you're getting your right-wing commentators mixed up. because all you wanted to do was talk about Charlie Kirk because he got assassinated.
News reports happening that Nick Shirley has a small penis. Do you have any comment on Nick Shirley's
Well, I think
allegedly
he's bold. He
small
comes
penis?
out here.
Alleged small penis.
It's risky for him to be out here. He could be banned or criminalized. You know.
Exactly.
So,
I don't think does having a small penis, is that a criminal? Are you going to introduce that legislation, Assembly member?
Hey, sir,
To ban Nick
so look at
Shirley's-
your typical leftist, completely emotionally broken, has no decency for anyone around him, and is operating in an unhinged manner. Typical leftist.
Your penis, you'd have to lift up your fat to even look at it. So
I'm out,
you
guys.
should work on that before you elect somebody else about their own penis.
Thank you so much.
I'm packing. I don't know what to say here on YouTube, but I'm doing just fine. That guy has to lift up a flab to literally look at his own penis. Wow, you have a lot of them.
Well, I
How many of them
mean,
do you have?
there's public reports. And so, we're just, hey,
Public
gentlemen, have you
reports.
guys heard these public reports? Nick Shirley allegedly has a small penis. There's an investigation going on. If you like, there you go. Thank you so much. There's an active investigation.
Look at all the
Citizen
ones he has. Look
journalist.
show people how many you made. Show people how many you made. How many copies you
Citizen
made?
journalist doing citizen
You
journalism.
have a camera here, pal.
No, I'm a citizen journalist. There's cameras everywhere. Have you been to America?
Oh, you're using
It's
a
called
flock
a
camera?
flock cam.
Well, I beat you to the joke.
That's good. So, Nick, are you here to dispel any rumors? I mean, the people are saying, the people have a lot of words.
I wouldn't want to show you.
I didn't ask you to show me. I didn't ask you to show me
I'm
anything.
doing just fine. To see yours, you have to literally lift up a flab of fat. to look
I
at
don't.
yours.
I don't know what you're talking about, Nick.
You literally have to go like this to tuck your tummy and look at your
Well,
own
I
penis.
appreciate. It's too bad that your shirt doesn't have a union bug on it, but I guess that's part of your brand. Does not having a union bug also imply like small dick energy? Is there a lot of small dick energy happening?
Cringe, man.
I do not have small dick energy. I think you do. It's a grown man.
I mean, I don't have. I'm not. There people aren't reporting on me having a small dick. Like I don't have any reports, but
I don't think anyone would ever make a report on you. Period.
I mean, I would look. I mean, it's all over the internet.
If you're so proud about who you are, say your first and last name.
My name is also Nick.
Say your first and last name.
See,
You're
this is
proud
not
who
about
you are.
me. It's about Nick Shirley.
Say your first and last name, but if you're
having
proud
a
about who
small
you are.
penis.
And now, who is this man that would come out and put such a false statement on a paper to put all around Sacramento? Well, his name's actually Terry, and Terry is the chief of staff of the California State Assembly.
Absolutely nuts. So we played this obviously at the beginning of this, and again, is anyone surprised? No.
So this man is the chief of staff of the entire Assembly of California, and this is what he's doing with his time.
What's up?
Hi.
Oh,
Can I get a photo?
oh yeah, you can get a photo. See, people love me. People don't know who you are.
That's fine.
Do you mind
Do
taking
you want
it?
a flyer?
Do you want to take the photo?
No, I'm gonna.
This is a beautiful lady right here, sir.
Thank you.
See, we're not being hostile.
Okay.
You don't get to touch my things, sir.
Who has it now?
Steal my things. That actually is a crime. Law enforcement.
It was in our
that is a
photo.
crime. You can't.
Come on.
You can't steal my stuff, Nick.
Come on.
Thank you. You can't steal
Come
my
on.
stuff.
I'm making you work out so people can actually see your penis.
Nick, I know because all the blood's flowing into your arms. It's not flowing into your incredibly, allegedly small penis. Nick, you don't get to touch that. It's not yours.
Hey, she wants.
I can do the same thing, Nick. What does that do for you?
You can't get it though.
Come on, Nick. I'm not going to touch your paper. Give me my stuff back, Nick. I don't want to involve law enforcement.
Give me the stuff back, Nick. I don't want to involve law enforcement. Nick, please give it back.
God.
Stealing my papers.
Oh, I'm so sorry about your papers.
It's yours. And now that they have Prop 36
Here.
in California, Sergeant, I need my Sergeant. I
Here,
need
let's
my
get a
stuff
photo.
back.
You want your photo? Look at all of the papers this guy made. He's gonna put these all around Sacramento. Look at this. Look at
I don't
this.
have private
Look at this.
because I don't need it. I need my paperwork, please, Nick. Nick, why do you feel the need to thrill and
Look at this.
steal other people's items? Is it part of having an allegedly small penis that you
He
feel the
is
need to
so
steal?
mad.
No, you just put it in my face, so I grabbed it. Look, you
Well,
want to grab it back?
but no one's putting a
You want it
small
back?
penis. I do want to die, please.
I know he is. He
I
is
am
breathing
gonna call
cardio.
the-
Look at this guy.
I am going to call law.
This dude comes out here. Call him. Call 911.
Oh, stay safe, Nick.
This is California politics right here. Grown men coming out with papers, making.
I don't know what's happening.
This is grown. This is California politics. This is hilarious. Oh, of course, I do it for people just like you.
Yeah, like, I mean, this guy gave Nick Shirley golden content. He goes there to expose the corruption of California politicians, and here you have a California politician out here making an absolute fool of himself. These people are crazy.
See, people love me.
Stay safe.
I will.
Appreciate what you're doing.
Crazy dude right
Been
there.
watching all your shit.
No way he gets in a Tesla. No way. No way you get in a Tesla. He probably doesn't like Elon Musk. Look at him. Absolute clown. He likes fraudsters.
California right now is voting on AB 2624, aka the Stop Nick Shirley Act. Now they're going to go ahead and vote, and there are 30 Democrats and 10 Republicans here inside the California Senate, and there needs to be 21 votes to get this bill passed. Let's see what happens. We got 4 ayes and 1 no so far. Uh-oh, not looking good. We got 7 yeses, 1 no. All right, we got 1 more no. Oh no. We got 30 yes votes and 10 no votes. AB 2624, aka the Stop Nick Shirley Act, has passed here inside the California Senate. They want to make it harder for those to expose fraud to be able to go out and expose fraud. They're actually going to penalize you if you go out and do it. They're going to protect immigration support service providers over legal taxpayers here inside the United States. That's how twisted this bill is right now. And the wife of the Attorney General is the one who created this bill. We are officially in the Califradia Republic.
That's insane.
I'll do everything I can to make sure this bill can get passed. On August 26th, we'll be inside the state capitol in Sacramento at 11 a.m. First ever rally that I've ever participated in. Come and show up. And if you want to support the work, go ahead and get a Califradia Republic t-shirt or hoodie in the link in my description. Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
I don't think it'll hold, but I'm glad he's out there doing this work. Again, hail Nick Shirley. He's doing great work. He deserves all the respect in the world and all the support in the world. So, man, great guy right there. He is doing good work. Let's see. We got Tree Bears. Just check your DMs. I just did. So we got the thumbnail for tomorrow. So our new show officially is going to be on the main Geeks and Gamers channel. It will be me, Drunk 3PO. It will be Krista, and it will be Tommy. And we're going to have our new show, Welcome to the Internet, premiering tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. And Tree Bear just gave me the thumbnail for it. So, yeah, hopefully you'll tune in. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait. So good stuff indeed. And we're just going to be laughing at funny stuff on the internet and random things. It's going to be kind of lighthearted and all of that. It's not meant to be like like one of those F Hollywood shows or anything like that. It's just going to be fun, laughing at fun shit and talking about random things. So, yeah, man. So good. Let's see. So 2 p.m. I think I was going to initially do it at 6, and then Criticless Cast was at 6. I'm trying not to stream over people. You never know what's going to happen though. But anyway, welcome to the internet. Premieres tomorrow. Thank you, Tree Bear. I'll message you back. Narco says WDW Pro Fortnite crew versus G&G crew. Let's effing go. I don't want to embarrass anybody. That's really I would never want to embarrass anyone. That would not be good. It would be a brutal beatdown for the pro crew, and I would just never want to do that to them. It would be disrespectful of me to do something like that. It would be bad. I'm open to it. We could do something like that. That would be fun. Packy Proton says, if you need I got that one. Ministry of Realm Thanks says Dan Bilzerian thought he was Master Chief. Narco says, Jeremy, do you play the CNN BS and lies to rage bait me into super chats? Congrats. Transit shit was killing our military. Odyssey sucks. I don't think I've never played any CNN clips with the intent to upset you or anything like that. I would never do that. I would never pull up CNN's YouTube channel and just find things that I could go through and see if I can upset you. That would never be my intent. Here's a black woman, so I'm sure that's going to piss some people off if I play that one. Let's see. Packet Protons. Here's a hot pepper palate cleanser. I can't click the link right there, but I don't know if that was pro shows. He said 50 super chats or a $300 donation, and it looks like he got to it. BMCCB for $2. Site Team says no. Delta Dragon for $2. Mr. Blue Sky says show the Sweeneys. Let's see. Krista Bear says take my money tax. Packy Proton says $500. Beardo eats a ghost pepper. Oh, done. I will absolutely tomorrow, just send it to Welcome to the Internet, and I'll force Beardo on the next show I have him on to eat the ghost pepper. I don't know if he'll actually do it. I can't speak for him on that. Ultimo Kids says, my littlest kiddo turned 7 today, second grader. Got Ryan to say happy birthday, buddy, earlier, but he was concerned that my kid could be watching. I'm a little concerned about that too, considering how much language I use. However, happy birthday, buddy. I hope you have a great birthday, a 7th birthday. So my recommendation is stay off the internet. Stay here as long as you can, meaning off of the internet. But happy birthday, buddy. Slain Hope says, homeowner is clearly tweaking hard right now. Piano Dean says, hey, Jeremy, off topic. What did you think about the old WWF wrestler, the Red Rooster? Did Vince just hate Terry Taylor? The Red Rooster was a terrible gimmick. It does feel like Vince just hated him when that whole thing happened. I do remember that one, though. Mr. Blue Sky says, our tax dollars at work. Reason number one. You know what? I'm not going to try that. I am ready to leave California. Good Lord, man. It's a beautiful state ran by terrible people. Godzilla's Greasy says, my old man has one of those stickers too. Thank God my mother has a lot more conservative than most women. Yeah, I mean, it's so weird because like, you know, like lefties were they really loved Elon and they loved Tesla. And they used to brag about their Teslas. And now, like, a bunch of conservatives are the ones that own Teslas. And lefties are very much triggered by that idea because they used to take the ownership that Teslas were theirs. And now, all of a sudden, Tesla is got this perception of being like a conservative company. It's fantastic. So now it's like they think like, oh, they think we're MAGA because we're driving a Tesla now. It's freaking great. Mr. Blue Sky says, ironically, her husband is the one trying to stop Paramount merger and run Hollywood out of California. The level of stupid is beyond measure at this point. I got to keep an eye on this David Ellison story. It's fascinating to see what happens with this merger. Little Jim Taylor says that you see Walls wanting to arrest a Texas ICE agent. I haven't seen that one. Tim Walls? Elite Super Grunt says, Jeremy, have you covered Jake Lang's Crusader bike event? I don't even know anything about that. Godzilla's Grease says, my dad's a decent guy, but he believes everything the mainstream media says. That's understandable. I have a lot of like older family members that have that same mentality as well. So I do understand that. Yeah, I mean, Tim Walls is an idiot. So, by the way, Asmongold and his girlfriend posted pictures on the internet. Here's Asmongold. And dude, I saw people reacting and they're like, what the fuck is he wearing on his feet? So there's Asmongold with his girlfriend, and everybody is focused on what he's wearing. Honestly, I respect the fact that he doesn't give a damn. He doesn't give a damn. He does have FU money. He absolutely does. But yeah, it's pretty. Look, I'm happy for Asmon. He by all accounts seems like a decent guy. I don't know him or anything, but yeah, people are like, "What is that?" Yeah, kick. What are those? What is that?
What are those? What are those?
It's good stuff right there. But happy for Asmongold. And I guess he's not streaming right now. I don't watch Asmon's streams. I do watch his clips, and you know, his re-uploads and stuff like that, but I don't watch any of that stuff. I don't watch his streams. I just watch the stuff on his YouTube channels and things like that. So, okay, I'm not going to talk about that one. That was okay. So check this out. I just saw this. So, as we know, a few days ago, Hayden Panettiere, I think it's Panettiere, I'm not sure how you say it, passed away, 36 years old. She allegedly died from an overdose. A lot of people are speculating that it was a Minecrafting, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Now, police seen at her boyfriend's home days after her death.
Fox News alert, TMZ is reporting police aren't convinced Hayden Panettiere died by accident. An investigation's underway. Max Gordon has the details. Max.
Hey, Jesse, police showed up at the Greenville, South Carolina home of Panettiere's on-again, off-again boyfriend, Brian Hickerson, today. This is according to reporting from Fox Digital. Officers appeared to be carrying out a welfare check at around 8 a.m. this morning and again at 10 a.m., but no one answered the door. Fox News Digital reached out to the Greenville Police Department for more information on the door knock, but haven't heard back. Brian Hickerson and his brother Zach Hickerson called 911 after finding Panettiere unresponsive in a Greenville apartment on Sunday. The police report that Zach Hickerson became very emotional as emergency workers tried to revive Panettiere, and that Brian Hickerson didn't become emotional until EMS declared her dead. According to police, Brian Hickerson also showed an officer a bag of medication that Panettiere was on at the time. TMZ now reporting that the Drug Enforcement Administration now has agents assisting in the death investigation. TMZ also reports that Narcan was found in the apartment. Brian Hickerson and Panettiere reportedly met through mutual friends back in 2018, shortly after Panettiere's split from Ukrainian boxer Vladimir Klitschko. Brian Hickerson and Panettiere had a rocky relationship, and Brian Hickerson was arrested multiple times following domestic violence incidents.
Was there anything before that you asked Hayden to keep out of the book?
Yeah, I was drunk, right? Hayden was standing across the room, and I had a phone in my hand, and I said, Hayden, I said, I'll give you 10 seconds to run as fast as you can before I throw it at you.
At the time of...
Is he trying to sound like Matthew McConaughey? What an absolute D-bag. I mean, it sounds like he's trying to sound like Matthew McConaughey. Like, I'm trying to sound cool.
I had a phone in my hand, and I said, Hayden, I said, I'll give you 10 seconds to run as fast as you can before I throw it at you.
At the time of Panettiere's death, the two appeared to have rekindled their romance, and Zach Hickerson confirmed to police that Brian Hickerson was Panettiere's boyfriend. Panettiere's estranged mother, Leslie Vogel, told NBC News that Brian Hickerson was a person in Panettiere's life that they'd been trying to get rid of for some time, but Brian Hickerson has not been accused of being involved in Panettiere's death. Back to you, Jesse.
All right, so Panettiere is how you say it. I never knew how to say her name. I always said like Panettiere, so anyway, Panettiere. But obviously she's been around for a long time. Again, the most prominent role of hers for me personally is Remember the Titans, because I've seen Remember the Titans so many times. But she was in Heroes, Nashville, and I watched like the first season of Nashville, and it's just crazy, man. 36 years old. She obviously was dealing with a lot. She's got videos of her talking about some of the stuff that she's been through. Hollywood and the entertainment industry is just a bad place with bad people, and it destroys people and things like that. And it's sad. So I don't know. Is there foul play involved? I guess we're going to find out. This guy, just from that clip that we saw right here, he doesn't seem like a good guy. Just doesn't seem like a good dude at all. But that doesn't mean anything. There's a lot of shitty people out there. It doesn't mean that they're, criminals or anything like that, but very, very sad. Hopefully we'll get to the bottom of it. So RIP to her. Prayers up to her and her family. The Bella Stella for 10 says, fascinating. You're fascinating to talk to. I need that clip. I need to get that clip on here so we can play that. Little Jim Salo says Minnesota DA wants him extradited from Texas. I'll have to look into that one. That's pretty wild. Can't believe she was 2 years younger than me. Yeah, I mean, whenever something like that happens, you start thinking about, your own, situation, and it's like, oh man, it's tough. I saw that the White House posted this right here. A lion among sheep, with President Trump walking in front of the press. Absolutely freaking awesome. Now, as per usual, whenever Trump or the White House post something like this, MAGA memers step up, and of course we get that. Why is he so memeable? Why is it so easy for him? It doesn't matter. He's the most memeable human being we have ever seen. It is amazing. And it all just works. Like every bit of it. There's never a time where a Trump meme happens. You're like, yeah, that doesn't work. Every Trump meme is perfection. You can do anything with Trump and memes. You can make him look any way, and he's still cool. He's still the coolest. Even though Trump literally isn't cool, he's the coolest at the same time. And there's nobody else you can say about, like, you can't say that about anyone else. Like, Trump is simultaneously not cool and also the absolute coolest ever. It's amazing. He's like Fonzie, But yeah, a lion among sheep. The man. Little rar at the end. It's so cute. That's what he does. Good old Trump. Okay, last thing we're going to talk about here. And no, I'm not playing Fortnite tonight. I think the big update is tonight, if I'm not mistaken, for the season. Am I right about that? Is there any update? Let me know. Because I do think that's happening tonight. So this weekend, yeah, with the new season, I will more than likely play that this weekend. Okay, so I did see this guy right here. I'm not overly familiar with this guy, but Patrick Bet David reveals the winner of the Candace Owens Andrew Wilson debate. Ready for this one?
So you guys really want to know who I thought the winner was in that debate between Andrew Wilson and Candace Owens about Tyler Robinson and Charlie Kirk? You really want to know? You ready for this? I don't know if you're ready for this, right? So hear me out. It's a little bit controversial what I'm going to say, and I haven't heard this theory anywhere else, but I think I'm right, So hear me out. I don't think the real winner was Candace Owens. I thought she did well. I thought that she handled herself well. I thought that she was calm and collected. I respect that. And she came knowing her facts, right? Andrew Wilson, I think he also did a fantastic job. I think the shaking was a little bit too much, but I thought he did a pretty good job. But they were not the real winners. You want to know who the real winners was? Who the real winner was? And guess what? The real winner was not even in that room. The real winner was Erica Kirk. A lot of people say, PBD, have you lost your mind? You've gone mad. How was Erica Kirk the winner? I'll tell you why. Hear me out. You ready? The reason that Erica Kirk was the winner of that debate was because she got to sit there and watch two people debate, especially one of them saying that she was responsible for her husband's death.
Holy shit. Oh my God. Spot on.
The nation, right? And you know what? Guess what? Erica Kirk can now say, I've heard the case. I understand your facts. I understand where you're coming from. I disagree with it. I would like you to stop. And now nobody can say to Erica Kirk that you haven't at least heard it. She heard it. She heard about the accusations that were more insinuated and more to do with vibes and feelings, right? And she heard it. And I thought that was extremely respectable of both people to come together. They sat down, they had a debate, they disagree with each other, violently almost disagree with each other, but they sat down and they discussed it, right? And Erica Kirk got to hear a woman say that she was responsible for her husband's assassination and that she did it so she could take over Turning Point USA. I respect that. And guess what? You want
each udder. Yes, each udder. This is freaking fantastic. PBD, who's pretty good at having self-awareness, should 100% put this guy over.
want to know who else was the winner? Candace was a winner. And I'll tell you why. Not because I think that she won the debate. That's not what I'm saying. Hear me out. Guess what? What I'm saying is Candace Owens took $300,000 to engage in this debate because for her friend Charlie, right? She didn't do it for free because it was important that she gets her case across for $300,000, right? So she won. She got money. Well done. I take my hat off to you. Go and enjoy. And she also got to put her case forward to defend her friend Charlie, right? And then Andrew Wilson. Think about Andrew Wilson. Nobody thinks about him. But Andrew Wilson, you know, I've had him on. He's an eloquent guy. I've seen him on Joe Rogan. He's doing great. He's doing the rounds. He's getting momentum. And he gave the $300,000. But guess what? He also gained $250 million in ad revenue. When you take all the X clips combined, the TikTok clips combined, the Instagram clips combined, the Facebook clips combined, the YouTube shorts and clips combined.
I'm not going to be able to watch PBD again without picking up on all of these things now. And wait a minute, hear me out. Like, I'm not going to be able to watch him the same again. Not as bad as Tucker, but mainly because I really dislike Tucker, but at this point, but I really like PBD.
And he made millions of dollars. And guess what? Now he has many more hundreds of thousands of subscribers. He's the real winner. All this to defend their friend Charlie. Now, I never was a winner, right? I never took a penny, right? They offered me $1 million, $2 million, $3 million. I said, I don't want the money. I don't care about the money. I don't need it, right? But you know who the real winner was after Erica Kirk? You want to know who it is? You ready for this? The real winner was the audience at home. Again, you might say to me, PBD, why are they the winners? I'll tell you why. Because now they learned that there is a new shoe out there that blends comfort, function, and luxury. A shoe that took 2 years to make. A shoe that could have been made cheap or fast. I chose neither, right? I didn't choose either, so I went to Tuscany, Italy. I really want you to think about that. I really want you to think to yourself, who is the real winner of this debate? Not me, not Candace Owens, not Andrew Wilson. Partially, maybe a little bit. Maybe their money went up a little bit. Maybe some of it went down a little bit. Maybe their subscribers went up and down a little bit. I don't know. The real winner in all of this was definitely Erica Kirk, right?
That was really good. Really, really good. Last thing too, we got to mention this right here. Hail to Jessica. Alec Baldwin's finger. I don't know what's going on, but I would love for you to go to this tweet right here from Jessica. Her monetization has not been approved again, and I truly don't understand this one. I don't get it. I'm not sure what's happening. She got denied again. And all I would ask is for you to please just go to the comments and tag Team YouTube and just say, hey, please look into this. You don't yell at them. You don't cuss at them. You don't scream at them. You don't do it. Just, hey, Team YouTube, can you please look into this? Say I watch her channel or something. You know, like, hey, I love this channel. Can you please look into this? That's all you got to say. Something that just shows that she's got a fan base out there that's watching it and getting some engagement on there, because it's ridiculous. I don't know why they're doing this. Thank you for applying to join the YouTube Partner Program. We carefully reviewed your channel. Unfortunately, we found that the channel is not in line with the YouTube channel monetization policy, so we cannot approve your application at this time. I don't know what. It's so frustrating. It makes me want to give up entirely. Don't do that, Jessica. Appeal, sending a video. She's probably already done that. Edit your channel and reapply. It doesn't make sense. It's crazy to me. So yeah, hopefully we can get more attention on this, but it's really, really frustrating. So anyway, thank you guys for any support you have. Ministry of Wrong Things, did you see Amy Kozak's impression of the debate? I did. I reacted to that on a live stream yesterday, I believe. I've done so many streams, I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure that I did it yesterday. So, and that one was really good. It was really freaking good. BC Man says the funny part is the people who left the stream as soon as you mentioned the Odyssey, they miss that whole AI video. Lamau, so easy. That's my goal, man. My goal is to upset all the right people. I'll do it again. Mod Eric says that you said you got fat and disgusting working at the donut place. You were huge with donuts oozing from every pore, smelling like icing and oil. Greasy, sweaty, unwashed. I probably might have been 195 pounds at my peak then, but that was fat for me at the time. So absolutely. East Coast Toaster Boy says, of course, that guy had a gay accent. Gay dude obsessing over another dude's dick. That tracks. I think he liked Nick. So like when a girl is a bully when she likes a boy. Feminine energy always. Yes, agreed. And that will be it, ladies and gentlemen. So they're probably still live on the gaming stream over on G&G Play. Are they still live over there? Let's see if they're still live.
I felt like my shirt got torn up during my travels and I had to buy a new one.
Oh,
where would I go?
Oh, so if you need a new shirt, right?
Yeah, a new shirt, like a really comfortable, breathable shirt.
Right. One that's cool. You know, it's got a good aesthetic to it. Warm fitting, tied around the arms to make the biceps look thick and girthy.
I want the print to last, though. You know,
you want the print to last. Okay, hold on. Let me think. Okay, best place to go would be 9 Line Apparel. And here's the thing. Like
we got a new promo
if you
code.
Use code GEEK, spelled GEEKS.
There you go.
You can get a discount on your 9 Line Apparel.
There we go. That's right.
GEEKS.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Yeah, 9 Line Apparel, dude.
Look at that. Look at that.
I'm gonna end what I'm doing. I'm going on that website.
Yeah.
Hey,
you can do it on your phone too if you want.
Shop till you drop.
You can support veterans over there. Geeks, GEEKS, 9 Line Apparel. You got to go over there and you got to do it. Everybody's been asking me for a 9 Line code. You got one. Okay. There you have it. 9 Line. Use that code. Get a discount. Support veterans. Support law enforcement. Support us. And if they're not going to, if you want to go support us, because if not, they're not gonna keep us around. So we got to go sell some shirts over there. So thank you guys for the support. 9 Line Apparel, code GEEKS. Can the mods drop some links as well to that? But they're playing Party Animals right now. So make sure you go over there, show them some love. Other than that, I'll be back tomorrow. We got the new show, Welcome to the Internet. I'll show you, let me show you the thumbnail that Tree Bear sent me. This is, we'll probably tweak this a little bit, Tree Bear, but look at that thumbnail. All right, that's pretty fucking cool right there, man. Me, Jay, Krista, and Tommy, that's an awesome thumbnail right there. So love to see that. So yeah, it'll be fun tomorrow. I really want that Cobra Commander outfit, by the way. I would really love to have that one, wearing my Crocs, all of that. That's good shit right there. So, but yeah, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be fun tomorrow on the main Geeks Gamers channel at 2 p.m. Eastern. That's when we're going to, have that show. So hopefully you guys will tune in. Other than that, you guys have a good evening and we will talk to all of you later. Go hang out the gaming stream with them if you want, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everyone.